Okay, we are live, I believe. Yeah, episode 16 of our Candlekeep Mysteries campaign. We are currently one short, but hopefully they'll join us in a little bit. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, here we are, where we left off last time in Firefly Cellar. Firefly being the kind of inn taverny place, and you guys have been put up there for a little bit. When you kind of came back from the last adventure, you were still they were like kind of renovating your rooms, so you've been put into here for the time being. So you kind of came down here, met a few of the inhabitants who kind of live and work down here. You met a Kanku named Crinkle. You came across a father and daughter, Ebda and Galeby. There was also I think it was a sun elf. Yeah, sun elf called Varnir, and a tabaxi called Cthulhu. Yeah, and you guys are kind of set up in a little room. Salam managed to winkle his way into a private room. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, so you kind of spent some time in here getting to know people. Yeah, you've done some downtime stuff. Kind of did some more research and did towards the whole herbalism and mushrooms and nature stuff that you guys were working on as your monthly project from the keep. Yeah, yeah, it was pretty normal day. Yeah, I guess Rollo had a little tune stuck in his head for whatever reason, but you know he's crazy apparently. So you know, what's he gonna do next? Hmm. Yeah, so you guys kind of headed off to bed, had a nice little sleep, and I think this is where we're going to continue from where we were. We'll wake up and see what the day has for us. So let me just get onto this right page and then we can get going. Da, 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 da.
I did talk to that one lady about the tune, and she kind of recognized it and said she was going
Yeah,
to check
yeah,
it out.
that is very true. She had some kind of vague memory of what it was, but she couldn't quite place a finger on it. She's been alive for a very long time, so you know, lots of stuff has happened in her life, so maybe she's forgotten a few details. Okay, so I think we're good to go. So I'll unpause and we can kick off. Okay, so yeah, you all wake up at let's say more or less the same time to keep things good. Yeah, Rolo, yeah, you're kind of still humming that tune, and as you wake up, you see. You wake up and you're still humming that tune. Maybe you can give us a little hum if you can remember what it's like.
Um,
It's a catchy song.
I'm playing it right now. I can vaguely recall it.
Yeah.
This is my jam, bro.
No, I'm not. It's missing with my thing.
I'll hold on. Let's see. I'll just uh, let me just. I'll just dump it in Discord because here we go. Ooh. Hey, thanks very much, Kalik. Birthday poggers indeed. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, so you kind of wake up, and as soon as your eyes before even your eyes are open, you kind of wake up and you find yourself kind of humming this tune, and this humming kind of disturbs the other two in your room, Azza and Kane, and they are kind of woken up by it, and then without them realizing it, they find they are also kind of humming this tune. Over in Salam's room, you stir and kind of wake up, have a little stretch, and you kind of hear a door slam, and then hurried footsteps kind of moving out through the kitchen.
All right. Yeah. Rollo will kind of sit up and walk towards the door, and he'll look at Kane and give him a little shush sign to let Asa sleep some more. And yeah, Rollo will come out into the hallway.
Yeah, you kind of.
Kane will tiptoe out as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Salam will wake up
Mm.
and go out and get some breakfast.
Yeah, so you hear the door slam and walking off. You hear a door open down the corridor towards where everyone else is, and you kind of hear them kind of milling around and kind of humming a tune together for some reason.
Oh, damn it, Roller, you got that tune stuck in my head now.
Yeah, Rollo, yeah. You kind of open up and head into the kitchen, and you kind of look up and you see Crinkle cooking away, and yeah, they also seem to be humming the same tune.
I'm not sure if this is my doing, Kane. Crinkle?
He kind of looks up, humming the tune. Morning.
It's a good morning if there's breakfast.
What? What was that, sorry?
It's a good morning if there's breakfast.
Ah, yes, breakfast. Here you are, Rollo. And he kind of plops some fat sausages onto a plate for you, humming the same tune you are. And yeah, between your speaking, you are kind of also humming the same tune. And as you're together, it seems to kind of start to sync up as well.
Yeah, Kane, I don't think there's any way we're ever getting this tune out of our brains.
Oh, well, I guess we just have to deal with it for now.
Oh. There we go.
Maybe we could find someone to scramble our brains and get it out.
I've never heard this tune, other than when we started staying down here in this basement.
This tune feels like it's as old as these buildings, like it's been here forever.
I wonder if it's some kind of magical effect where they try to keep the people who are in this dark, dingy basement happy under the effects of this humming.
The ultimate punishment. I'm telling you, we're being punished for something.
And have you seen Salam? I have yet to see him today.
Crinkle?
Well, good morning.
Oh, there he is.
Where
Salam?
did you come from?
That's Kane. That's Azza. Which one? Are you looking for Salam?
Yeah, I thought he had shut up. Yeah, I'll see him coming down the hall.
Okay, Salam, you kind of walk in and you see all four of the people here kind of talking, but also like mid-talk, they're kind of like blurting out this weird humming tune that you probably vaguely recognize as the one Roller was humming the other day. Yeah. You probably also noticed that the door to Varnir's room is kind of left open as well.
It's left open?
Yeah.
I guess I probably would have just like poked my head inside to see if she's in there before I walk down the hall.
Yeah, you kind of look in. She's definitely not in there, and it looks like she left in a hurry.
Okay, I'll close her door for her and then make my way out to the breakfast nook, whatever.
I think I found Asa. He was messaging on Discord.
Oh, what's he say?
I don't know. I saw him start typing and then he stopped. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be coming. Yeah. So yeah, you kind of come in after doing that, and you kind of see everyone humming the same tune together.
What are you guys starting a band?
It's that incessant tune that I heard yesterday. It's becoming more of a problem. You
Yes,
don't
it's
hear it.
definitely stuck in my head now as well.
Crinkle, do you hear it?
Crinkle is like just absent-mindedly cooking and humming the tune along with you guys.
Yeah, he definitely hears it. I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe we should follow up with oh fuck me, with the nice lady from upstairs.
Well, I'm sure that's not her name, but I agree we should at least ask someone around here.
I'll I'll scarf down my food and toss the plate in the sink and just kind of strap everything up, make sure I'm ready to go.
Yeah. So while everyone's finishing their breakfast, humming this tune, Salam, you suddenly find yourselves humming the same tune as well, and you all kind of sync up. Yeah. So in the Discord, I've plonked down a little music file, so that's kind of like the tune you guys are humming. And like, as if you continue talking, when you kind of go to talk, it's kind of a struggle to stop humming this tune, and whenever you stop talking, it kind of just starts again. So yeah,
Yeah,
you
I mean, I would definitely try to fight it. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to be humming this.
At the moment, you can probably fight back a little bit, but it's definitely you when you stop, you get this kind of nagging feeling to just start humming it again. Yeah.
This definitely isn't natural.
Yeah, you kind of hear a door open up behind you as well, and you see Ebda step out and kind of go across and into another room here. And you can probably just about make out him humming the same tune under his breath.
Maybe it's this dingy fucking basement that's just driving us all mad at once.
Alright, I apologize for being so late. I have
You good?
excuse. I literally just didn't get up from my alarm.
That's cool. Just get in.
No worries. Okay, let's switch. There we go. Cameras should be good for all of us, so yeah, just hop on in as soon as you can. We might get a bit of lag as it connects, but yeah. So just to catch you up, we've only just gotten going. Everyone's kind of waking up, and as you guys are interacting with each other, you're kind of realizing that you're all humming the same tune that Rolo was humming the previous day. And when you're not talking, you just find yourself just absent-mindedly humming it, and when you go to talk, it's kind of effort to stop the humming to talk instead.
So, do I at least like the tune?
That's a question.
Personal choice.
That's a very.
Why are you asking him?
I don't know. It could be one of those really annoying songs.
It could.
The one that never ends.
Again, that's
It's
in
in
the eye of the
Discord.
beholder.
Yeah. So in Discord chat, I plonked down a sound file if you want to give that a quick listen, and that's kind of a tune you're humming at the moment. Okay, so yeah, you see Ebda and Galby kind of emerge from their rooms. Like Galby still looking incredibly sleepy, being like handheld by her dad and kind of just dragging her along, since she is a very, very, very bad person for waking up and getting going. Still too young to have coffee though, so you know. But yeah, they kind of come in. She's very sleepy still, but she is also absent-mindedly humming the tune, and so is Ebda. He kind of gives you a nod, grabs some breakfast, and then he will head on upstairs, unless you guys say anything to him.
I'll just take note that they're both humming the tune, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, let's take note of that, but say nothing.
Okay.
When we first met Abder, well, was he humming or was anybody humming?
No, the first instance of the humming was Rolo yesterday.
Rolo, where did you hear this stupid song at?
In my brain. In my brain ear. I woke yesterday and it just lived there. I don't know. I think we should definitely follow up and see what the hell's going on. I need to get out of this fucking basement.
Okay. As you kind of finish that, you see Varnir kind of storming towards you, and as you catch her eye, she just stops and kind of points upwards, says, "Upstairs table now," and then turns around and heads back up.
Well, you heard the lady.
Rolo will kind of put his fingers in his ears as he's walking down, still humming the tune.
If you heard it in your brain, what good does blocking your ears do?
Rolo can't hear you with his ears.
He's got you there. I'll move Azza for us.
Yeah, I'm almost loaded.
Whoa.
99%.
Why did Salam just zoom off the map? Okay, I guess
The
that's
fuck?
Are you okay? Where are you? Can you see?
I did not.
Yeah,
I did not do
that was just on my screen, maybe for some reason. I don't know. Can you see yourself here?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Okay.
Super laggy. Like, I'm telling my guy to move, and he's just like, it's taking like 10 seconds for him to move.
Let me try rolling a dice.
That could be me as I just load in.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit of lag. Well, I'm not sure if it's lag or frames or something. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, I was pretty laggy the other day with dice rolling. Ooh, and as it just zoomed off the map.
You should say upstairs, right?
Hang on, let me place your icon.
Oh, you're gonna move us all together. Alright.
Yeah, is there, I might, if in case things are desynced, I'll replace everyone's icon. Okay. Hopefully we're not gonna have technical difficulties. Okay, Azza, Kane, Rolo, and Salam. There we go. Can you guys see yourselves?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yes.
Okay, hopefully it will be good. Hopefully the stream's good as well. Yeah, they might have a bit of lag. We shouldn't be changing scenes though, so that should be fine. Anyway, so yeah, you guys kind of come on up the stairs and you find everyone kind of sternly sat or stood around the table in the center here. Yeah, you kind of look over. Pretty much everyone looks kind of confused or tired, and they're all kind of absent-mindedly humming the tune. Varnir is the only one who has a very stern look on her face, and you can see her her forehead is like furrowed in kind of anger, concentration, frustration. You're not entirely sure, but yeah, she does not look too happy. Yeah, she kind of just gestures for you to all get around the table, which seems like you have done. So yeah, you all gather around the table in the center of the collection's main floor. It's quiet, except for the humming of all of you together, humming the same melody, maybe louder than someone else, or maybe just under your breath. Either way, you are all compelled to hum this tune, the same tune that seems to have been stuck in your head since you woke up, and you probably started to piece things together, but yeah, you can probably realize that something is wrong as you are all humming the same tune and you can't seem to stop it. It seems if you stop, you kind of get this kind of gnawing feeling from somewhere in your head or in your body that just compels you to start humming it.
And everyone's humming to the same beat, you said?
It's the same tune. If you're together, you kind of sync up. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Nice harmony.
Okay, so yeah, everyone is here humming the same tune.
Does anyone know where this blasted tune came from? Has anyone ever heard it today other than when Brolo started humming it?
So Vanya kind of holds up her hands and says, I think I know what this is. When I first arrived at Candlekeep all those centuries ago, the Avowed here were concerned of some sort of singing madness. A book merchant had been afflicted with it and was put in isolation. After several Avowed began singing the song as well, it seemed to be contagious. I don't know what happened to him or the others, but it must have been at least 600 years ago. Yes, I've gathered everyone who is here and stayed here, and I've sealed the exit to stop whatever this is from spreading. We must stay here, isolated, locked down, until we can find a way to stop this.
But hold on, what happened? What happened to the last one?
I do not know. I only heard of the singing madness, and at some point I presume it was solved, as it has never come up again, but yes, it seems it is back after all this time. It was hard to remember. It was, after all, around 600 years ago. But yes, we must all stay here and not go, lest we unleash this madness to the whole of Candlekeep.
And did this merchant, did he stay in the same domain that we did?
I believe so. Yes, he must have stayed here for some time, and it must have spread from him to the Avowed who lived here, and then they were sealed in, and then I presume the madness was solved in some way, as it has not occurred before any other time other than that one time 600 years ago. But yes, I knew I recognized the tune from somewhere. It is back, and we cannot leave here until we solve this.
Oh, Rolo, you're the first one afflicted in this era. Where did you go that we didn't?
I think maybe my brain is just more open to things. Maybe I was, easy for the taking for the tune. Maybe if we burn down the room that we're staying in, maybe that'll get this out of my brain.
That's a terrible idea.
I'm gonna get out of here one way or the other.
Vanya kind of sternly looks at you and says, "You are not leaving until this is stopped, I'm afraid." None of us are.
And hum.
Yeah. Okay, Crinkle kind of just shrugs his shoulders, gets up, and kind of walks on back to the kitchen, humming the tune.
We are in the largest library I've ever seen. If we all start reading, I'm sure we'll find something.
I just find it weird that something that's so contagious should have died off when everyone affected passed away. How is it that it came back?
Yeah, what's changed besides us coming in?
I do not know. Were you exposed to anything?
Maybe it's hidden within the pages of a book.
There are lots of books here, yes. Books come in, they go out. They come in for repairs, and they go out when they are done. Some books are kept here, yes. As you can see, there are many books. But yes, I don't know of anything sinister.
And somehow I doubt that Rolo was reading in his off time.
Wow.
Rolo will shrug.
Galeby is kind of starting to wake up now, and she's kind of looking scared and confused, so Abda kind of just turns to her and starts like consoling her and telling her everything's going to be okay. Cthulhu looks irritated about the prospect of a lockdown and kind of storms off downstairs.
I'm gonna ritual cast 2 spells, I guess. First, I'm gonna do Detect Poison and Disease, and then I'm gonna do Detect Magic.
Okay. Can you tell me something about those spells? Are they concentration spells?
Yeah, but they only last 10 minutes, so basically I would do one and then start casting the other one, and then by the time I was done casting it, the 10 minutes would be up and the other one would go off. So
Okay. So as you kind of start casting this spell, you find it very difficult to shift your concentration onto the spell. But after a while, it takes a lot longer than normal. You're kind of fighting against this humming, but then you eventually kind of get the spell started. So first one was detect
poison and disease.
Poison and disease. Okay. So yeah, you kind of cast a spell again. It was very difficult to do, as you had to concentrate on the spell, but this humming was kind of encroaching on that. So yeah, you kind of cast a spell, and you do not detect any diseases or poisons within the vicinity. I think I'll double check for anything. Let's see, poisons, diseases. Nope, no poisons, no diseases. So yeah. Again, while you're focusing on the spell, you hear the humming is kind of fighting against the concentration of this spell. So while Salam does that, what's the rest of you doing?
Rollo will look over to Kane and Azza. You know, if that merchant stayed in the same room that we did, maybe we should just rip that thing apart until we find something.
Yes. Though that doesn't seem like there's much to rip apart than mattresses.
I'll take the floorboards out if I have to. I'll take the walls down brick by brick. Until I get this tune out of my head.
That also suggests that we're the first persons to be in there for 600 years. Which seems like a long shoot.
Maybe I'm just special. Maybe I was able to hear it, and then I spread it. You don't think I'm special, Azza?
You're the most special person I've ever met.
Wow. High
I'm
praise.
gonna go rip that fucking room up.
I will accompany you.
Start with the mattresses.
Okay, so yeah, you guys head down. Again, there's like teleporters, so you should be able to move around freely without me dragging you around. So yeah, you guys, those of you who wish to investigate your room, head on down. And yeah, so Salam, you kind of come to that conclusion. Yeah. After that, Vanya kind of storms off into her workroom over here.
I stay waiting for Salam to finish to see if he needs any help for anything when he's done. So available.
Rollo will probably start investigating the walls and the floorboards to look for anything loose, anything out of place.
Yeah.
Any indication of just something that might stand out.
So yeah, you guys can do that, and then Salam, you'll start casting Detect Magic, right?
Yep.
Okay, so again, with the concentration is kind of like combating against the humming inside your head. That probably worries you a fair bit, but after a bit of time, you manage to fight your way through and cast a spell, Detect Magic. Okay. Let's see. So what's the range of this again?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, so you cast a spell, and you open your senses to the room around you within 30 feet and 30 feet upwards and downwards. It seems to be quite a lot of distance between the floors, but yeah. So you probably have to go down to have a look downstairs. So let's see. So inhabitants. Let's see. We got Ebda and Galeby. Okay, you don't detect any magic coming from them. And you can't detect anything within the vicinity here. No.
Okay, I would just kind of like circle through the room to make sure there's nothing here.
Okay.
I would like just kind of like poke my head in on Varnier and check that, and then go downstairs to look
Okay.
at Rolo in their room.
Okay. So you kind of pop in on Varnier and cast your magic sensors around the room. Let's double check here. Da, 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 da.
Don't mind me, Varnier. I'm just checking for any magical residue that might have been left by this singing madness.
Yes, it's a good idea, but if you go upstairs and detect something, that will likely be the arcane lock spell I cast on the trapdoor outside. As I said, no one is leaving here. We are in full lockdown, so that is the magic you'll detect up there. Okay, so let's double check. Okay, so you don't detect any magic within the rooms here. Up here, yeah. What's this? Investigation.
Well, I just rolled the investigation check for the beds and any furniture in this room.
So you start investigating the room and you don't find much. Maybe you find some questionable stains and dirt, and that kind of puts you off looking around any further. So yeah, you don't find anything in particular. Rolo, are you wanting to have a look?
Yeah, I'll do it again. Yes.
Okay, yeah, you find similar stains and decide you don't want to push it any further. Okay. Let me grab this.
I wonder if it was something the merchant was carrying that spread this, or if it activates during a kind of season, or this is most peculiar.
It's here. I know it, King. We should start with this floorboard right here and just work our way to the door.
Okay.
And then we'll start with the ceiling.
Okay, so yeah, you guys do that. Salam, you kind of make your way downstairs. So let's start in the kitchen. So if you kind of stay in there. So as you enter the kitchen, you detect two sources of magic. Firstly, coming from the coil of metal that has the heat metal spell on it, and then you detect something magical upon Crinkle's person. It's kind of around his hand area.
His
Does
hands?
Does
Yeah.
Crinkle hum the tune?
Y'all are humming the
Yeah,
tune.
he's been
Everyone,
humming it.
everyone's humming the tune.
Just wasn't sure with the Kenku's talking quirk if
I mean,
he's
it's-
capable of it.
It's mimicry, so anything they hear, they can mimic.
Yeah, it could be
of course.
mimicking, or it could transcend his inability to speak himself, which is worrying.
That's powerful.
What school of magic is it?
Let me have a look. Let's see. One day I'll learn these things. Let me Google this. Force magic. It seems to be some sort of offensive magic. Let's see. Conjuration, perhaps? Yeah, let's go with conjuration. Probably wrong, but let's go with that. Conjuration magic.
And it's on his hand.
Yep.
Like, is he wearing a ring or anything, or it's just like on his like actual hand?
He's kind of cooking with his back turned to you, so you'd have to kind of like come up and like kind of look around to have a look down at his hand.
I'll do that.
Okay. He kind of like feels you coming and kind of just turns around and kind of just looks up at you expectantly. Yeah. Roll perception. It's going to be pretty easy. Pretty easy roll, I'd say. Yeah, he's got long sleeves and he's kind of like busying himself. Okay, yeah, so you do notice a slight glint, a little bit of a grubby glint, but yeah, he seems to be wearing a ring on his finger.
Okay.
Kind of looks up
so
at
then
you.
Okay, I'll just leave him and then go walk down the hallway. I'll just kind of like peek my head into the room that I've been staying in, not really expecting to find anything in there, and then I will hurry down the corridor to go look at Rolo.
Okay, so yeah, he kind of opens his mouth to say something, but then you kind of just turn and head off, and he kind of shrugs and then goes back to cooking. Okay, so yeah, you kind of go down these corridors. Let's have a look here. Okay, let's see.
You'd see Rolo down on all fours with a dagger in his hand, kind of holding it up to stab the floor, and he'll look up at you.
Does it owe you money, Rolo?
Maybe this is the exact floorboard that is causing all of these nice tunes.
Well, I'm sure you'll teach it a lesson.
I fucking will. You got that right.
Does detect magic pick up magical like potions and stuff, like potions of health or whatever?
That's a good question. I mean, usually,
I guess it depends on if you consider potions of health magical or not magical.
yeah, like natural.
Because like they can
They,
like
um,
they
I
can
can
like
see every DM kind of ruling that different. If
Yeah.
if it's just like a potion made of herbs, then I could see it, not being magical. But
yeah, that could
you
go
know, if
either
there's
way.
some other process, yeah, I mean that's really up to you.
To be fair, rules is written. Potions of healings are written in italics, which means they are magical. But I can
Okay.
get why you would rule they aren't.
Yep.
They are very unmagical things.
Okay, well, with these ones, since it kind of gives you a thing, like how a potion of make yourself big spell, that would kind of mimic a spell, so I would say that's kind of magical in that sense. Maybe with health potions, it might be more arguable. Anyway, so yes, you detect some sources of magic on the other side of the door at the far end of this corridor.
This one down here.
Yeah, kind of like in the upper left corner if you were inside the room.
Okay.
Yeah, so you kind of have
Do we know whose room that is?
You do not.
We haven't seen anybody come out of there.
Not that I can recall.
Rolo will start swinging down and then stop and look up. Does anyone have a crowbar by chance?
Yes.
Lend me your crowbar, Ozzy.
Fine. It's not my room.
Yeah, Rolo will try pulling up some planks.
You would also have detected magic coming from Varnir's room. If you looked in it, you would have seen that it was coming from the candlesticks that are lit by some magical enchantment.
Nothing coming from Rollo or the room that he's in or anything?
Um, just the magical items they have on their person,
Okay.
whichever they would be. You would probably be aware of those.
Get back to him with the floorboards toast.
My blindingly bright magical crossbows, you mean? Definitely not. Yeah, Rollo will take that crowbar pretty happily, and yeah, just try pulling up some planks to see what's under them.
A stone floor.
Yeah, I'm expecting nothing less.
So you're trying to pry open the floorboards, yeah?
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna start pulling those bitches out one by one.
Oh yeah. Roll strength.
With the quadruple advantage of the crowbar? Hell yeah.
Yeah, probably. Ooh.
Oh, I accidentally did disadvantage.
Yeah, it's fine. I can still see both results. So yeah, 19. If you had disadvantage, you would have gotten 18. How about that? Oh no, Oh no, 15.
15.
18, 15, yeah, there we go. Either way, yeah, so you kind of get to work and you start going at those floorboards, and you hear a kind of crunching and cracking. The wood is quite old, so instead of kind of bending and coming up, it kind of just snaps and splinters. But yeah, you get the floorboards up. You've just done a really messy job of it.
Sounds right. And it's just like stone floor under them?
There's probably, yeah, maybe some floor space, but yeah, it seems to just go down to stone.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you just find nothing but dust. Maybe a few roaches scurrying around.
Perfect.
They don't speak anything if you have cast speak with animals.
I'll keep happily working away at prying out a couple more while everyone does their thing.
Mm-hmm.
By the time he's done, there's gonna be a new basement.
Everything I do is a good thing.
Yeah, so yeah, you kind of start prying up even more loose boards, or not loose boards.
Kane is gonna knock on this door at the end of the hallway.
Oh, I was just gonna go down and straight up open that one.
Oh,
If
so
you-
that do you think?
Yeah.
If you would have tried to push past me, I would have just walked down there and opened it.
All right, so then I'll put Kane behind you.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of go down to that door. Let's see if there's anything on the front of it. Either way, it's locked. Let's see, where are we? Firefly cellar. Yeah, there's nothing that stands out on the outside of this door. Yeah, it's very much locked though.
All right, I'll kind of pound on it.
Just like full on bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of start pounding on the door, creates quite a ruckus, and yeah, the door kind of opens up here. Cthulhu kind of sticks his head out, and then Crinkle kind of sticks his head out, and then kind of jumps, and then starts kind of rushing towards you, and kind of like tries to force his way in between the door and you. Are you gonna contest that?
I mean, at first, yeah.
Okay, so
I'll
he's
just kind of like ask, like, "What are you doing?"
So he's just humming, and he looks very upset, and let's say he's trying to push you away and get between the door and you. So he will
Is
roll.
this your room, Crinkle?
He's kind of nodding furiously. You say, "My room, my room." Unless you roll real bad, he is probably not going to be able to get between you and the door.
There's always hope.
Yeah, you kind of just like hold out your arm and kind of just keep him at arm's length and being quite a bit bigger than him, he kind of just like flails at you, and he kind of just kind of struggles to stop humming, and then kind of screeches at you, "My room, naughty little boy, bad boy."
What do you have? It's magical, Crinkle.
He kind of stops and then kind of holds up his finger and shows you his ring.
No, in the room.
He kind of scratches his head and says, curious, aren't you, little boy?" And he kind of looks at you with beady eyes and starts humming the tune again.
Answer the question.
He kind of starts looking around, and he kind of looks back, and you're kind of looming behind him, and he looks very nervous, and he kind of looks up to Cthulhu, and Cthulhu kind of steps in and says, calm down, friends. What's the problem here?"
Trying to figure out where this fucking song came from, and there's magic in there. I just want to know what it is.
I appreciate the curiosity. I am a curious one myself, so yes. But intruding on people's personal rooms is a bit overstepping, don't you think?
Not particularly, actually.
Not when we're all stuck down here and locked in, and there's
Yes.
magic in there.
Oh, there's magic, you say?
I already said
Interesting.
that.
Sorry,
Not
I did
listening
already
to
say-
Cthulhu?
I did already say that.
I can hear well enough, but yes, perhaps my mind is elsewhere at the moment. This tune is infuriating and making it hard to do my research. But yes, magic items, yes, they're not uncommon in Candlekeep. It's not strange for people to have their magic possessions in their own rooms. But perhaps it would have been nice to maybe ask around before trying to break down or slam into someone's door.
Oh,
I
you
wasn't
didn't
trying to
ask me.
break it down, I was knocking on it. If I was trying to break it down, it'd be broken down right now.
Okay, big boy. But yes, a bit more than knocking, I would say. Knocking is a bit lighter than that.
Potato,
Yes.
potato. I just want to know what's in the fucking room.
He's
Ooh.
got he's got big paws. He knocks real loud.
Yes, very true. Well, how about we ask Crinkle if we can have a look inside, yes? Crinkle, would it be alright if we had a look inside your room? Crinkle kind of shifts around, kind of looking at the two of you, and says, maybe. And he kind of moves towards the door. Suddenly, a shrill sound tears through the Firefly cellar, overpowering all other noise. Though it rapidly rises to an uncanny pitch you recognize as Ebda's voice. He is screaming somewhere upstairs.
Apologies. Which one's Debda?
He's Dad.
Dad.
So yeah, he's kind of screaming out loud.
And it's coming from upstairs.
Yeah. Cthulhu kind of just like drops everything and then just like goes running off.
I'll check it out. You check out the room.
I'll go with you.
I'll take care of the floorboard.
Rolo,
Yeah.
stay with Salam.
I got his back.
Hey, good move.
Crinkle
Teleport
kind
me
of like
stairs.
looks up concerned and then kind of looks at you, Salam, and kind of shakes his head and says, "Later." And he looks like he wants to go up, but also doesn't want to kind of leave you. So he's kind of
Alright,
like,
fine. Let's go look and see what's happening up there, and I'll just turn and go up the stairs.
okay,
I'll gently place the crowbar on one of the beds and follow Swan.
okay, yeah, he'll follow you all upstairs as well. Okay, so you kind of come in and you can see Abda kind of on the floor, just rocking and kind of scratching at his head, like books and papers kind of strewn across the floor. You can't see Galeby anywhere. But yeah, you kind of look him over and he looks visibly stressed. His eyes are kind of bulging out in either frustration or terror, and he is humming the tune even more strongly and manically than he was before. And then he starts to kind of like shudder and convulse, and then he kind of just goes limp on the floor. And it looks like he's kind of passed out, paralyzed, unconscious. His eyes are rolled back, but his entire body is unmoving except for his mouth, which is still humming the same tune. And so you kind of, yeah, Galby, no, so Abder is just on the floor, unmoving except for his mouth, which is kind of singing and humming this tune. Crinkle kind of comes in, looks around, and then kind of scurries off. Varnio is kind of like bent over, looking over Abder, and Catulla is just kind of just looking at this situation and looks incredibly worried.
Is there any magic on Abder now?
No, I don't think so. Yeah. So you can't really detect any. How can I do this? So let's say there's some kind of magic that is now more prevalent. It's kind of welling up now, and you can detect a similar kind of magic within all of you. So you all seem to have this same magical presence within you. And as you kind of look upon this scene, the kind of pressure, the kind of nagging feeling to sing this tune is getting stronger and stronger, and you all start to hum this tune even more. Thankfully, none of you kind of pass out like Abder did, but this humming is at the point where it's on it. You can't hold it back. Basically, you need to actively concentrate to stop humming this.
My brain.
So this, if you need to concentrate on not humming, this kind of interrupts your detect magic, as that is a concentration spell, and you can't concentrate on more than one thing. So yeah, it kind of interrupts your detect magic, and your concentration fades from that spell, and you are all compelled to hum this tune. But you do detect before it cuts off the magic coming from all of you that is kind of like growing to much stronger now, and you all start humming this tune very strongly. And it is physical, well, it's mental effort to concentrate on not singing it.
Everyone is present here besides Galeby and Crinkle?
Yeah, you didn't see Galeby, and Crinkle kind of scuttled off around the corner
Back
here.
downstairs?
No,
Oh.
around the corner here, around the other side of the bookshelf. So yeah, you find Abder kind of paralyzed on the floor, unmoving except for his mouth that is humming the tune that you are all now humming.
I think we all know what happened to the quarantines last time.
Obviously, somebody survived, or else we wouldn't have heard about it, I don't think.
Good point.
Survived on the surface.
What happened to Galeby?
Kane, you went around the corner there, and you see Galeby kind of hunched over on the floor, sobbing, and Crinkle is kind of like stood next to her, consoling her.
She's over here, Rolo.
Yeah.
Hey now, little one. It's alright. We're gonna figure this out.
Yeah, she's kind of sobbing madly. Daddy fell over. He's going crazy.
Did you see anything before he fell over?
No, no. And she's like humming this tune, and she's getting in increasingly worried and distraught and scared. She doesn't know what's going on.
Alright, darling, listen. I want you to focus on something else other than the song, okay? Um, Tell me, do you have. What's your favorite animal?
Oh, owlbear is
An
big and
owl bear.
strong, like Daddy.
Sorry, I was trying to
And,
say.
and tell me, where do owl bears live?
Uh, in the forest.
And what do you think they like to eat?
Uh, Smaller things.
Now,
Rabbits.
if you could be an owl bear, what color would you be?
Purple.
And Kay would just start asking her a bunch of questions, just trying to take his mind off the humming and take hers off to calm her down.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, you can pick up the dad and kind of place him in the chair. He's basically like a rag doll, except for his mouth that's humming. So you kind of prop
Are
him
there-
up on the chair. Yeah.
Since he's, unconscious, might as well. Are there any marks I can see across his body?
You're not quite sure if he's unconscious or paralyzed. Either way, he's unresponsive, just madly humming this tune. You kind of give him a once over. Maybe roll investigation or medicine to kind of check for any injuries.
I'll gladly do investigation if you're giving me the option.
Investigating someone's body for damage, that works, right? Let's see, 14. So you kind of look him over, and you can't find any damage or scars or cuts or anything. Yeah, maybe a bit of a bruise from where he hit the floor, but yeah, nothing other than that. And yeah, he seems unresponsive. Yeah, so Crinkle kind of joins you with the consoling, and he tries to sing a different tune, but then it kind of goes back to the same tune again that you're all humming.
What school of magic was it that I saw in all of us before the
Uh,
spell went away?
Let me have a look. It doesn't actually say, so let me see at the schools of magic. D&D schools of magic.
I mean, my guess would be like charm or something, but
Yeah, it doesn't really say. Let's go with School of Enchantment. That seems to fit. I think. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It doesn't really say anything about the School of Magic it is, but I would think you'd detect something. But yeah, it's fine. I make the rules. I say you detected something.
so would I be able to surmise that this is some sort of like charm effect then? With enchantment?
It's maybe not a charm because so far you haven't been compelled to do anything. You just other than just the humming, yeah.
I mean, that sounds like compelling to me.
Yeah, I guess. But
I mean, you've literally used the word compelled to describe what we've been doing. So
yeah, that's true. But yeah, so yeah, I guess the magic was kind of making you hum this, and it's gotten so kind of strong on you now that you need to actively concentrate to not hum this tune.
Asa, did you see anything wrong with him besides the obvious?
No, he seems fine, other than the fact that he's incapacitated.
Okay.
We should definitely look for the notes of the survivors of whatever this is that happened last time.
Where do we
Uh,
start?
Varna, was it?
Yes, Vania.
Veneer.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts? Well, what the hell's going on?
She kind of was humming the tune, kind of looking over Ebda with Azza, and then she kind of just scrunches her eyes shut and then kind of struggles and then kind of brings the humming to a control, and she kind of looks at you and then kind of what was the question again?
How the fuck do I stop this?
I do not know. We need to find the source of this thing. It seems it takes all of our effort to just stop. It's powerful magic. It must be. We should look around and try and find the source. Perhaps some item carrying a curse. I do not know. I cannot remember.
It's not under the floorboards in my room. That's for fucking sure.
What? Why would?
No, no. We gotta. Oh God, my head.
Still, there's
Go ahead,
still
Asa.
two sources of magic we're not familiar with.
Okay, so as you're kind of talking together and you all hum together this song, it seems to sync up and grow like louder and louder. So Azza,
Yeah.
yes. So your vision seems to kind of waver, and you kind of see like some grassroots start to kind of popping up from the floor, and from the floor steps out a sinister looking figure holding a crudgel, and he kind of gruffly says to you, "Time for more training, brat." Can you make a intelligence saving throw, please?
I can certainly try.
I believe in you.
Don't. That's a bad bet. Ah! Proved you right!
Okay, let's see. You
My
take.
brain! It's real!
Okay, so you take 8 psychic damage, and you believe this vision to be very much real. You kind of make the connection that this is one of the overzealous, over abusive trainers from where you learnt your hunting craft, and you believe it to be 100% real.
Can't he be just as big as I remember him?
Yes, so I guess you were a kid at the time, so he kind of towers above you.
Yeah, that's not cool. Yep. Just fall over backwards, speechless, head hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Not paralyzed, catch myself, but definitely in a bad way.
Yeah, so you will see Azza kind of cry out, stumble backwards, and start clutching his head. Cthulhu kind of jumps back from you and kind of looks very shocked and surprised. Vanya kind of looks at you worriedly. And yeah, this figure is not going, and it kind of just looms over at you, threatening you in the same way you remember all those years ago.
Rilla will run up to him and check him out and see he's in his stupor, and Rollo will look up, look a bit worried, and I have no idea what the fuck we're looking for, guys. And Rollo's just gonna get up and just start pulling books off the shelf and tossing them on the floor.
Vanya looks annoyed at this, but then realizes there's much bigger problems and kind of just leaves you to it. You kind of see Crinkle kind of lead Galeby downstairs. Yeah, Cthulhu kind of comes over to Azza kind of cautiously and kind of asks you, is there something wrong? What is happening with you?
He's there, but he can't be here.
Who?
No.
Who?
Him. Point at blank space.
She kind of looks at Roland and says, has this happened before?
Not that I'm aware of. He's fucking useless now. Rip books off the wall. Find whatever this is. No.
Cthulhu doesn't really understand and just starts pulling books off the shelf as well. But she kind of like stacks them neatly.
Salam, maybe it was something that Ebder was researching. Maybe we can check out his room.
Ebder kind
I
of
didn't
just
sense any magic coming from Ebder's room, did I?
No. Ebder kind of just like is just paralyzed in in his chair, humming the tune. Vanya kind of just looks at a loss. As the image kind of looms over you and says, "You'll never make it, boy. You'll die in the dirt. No one will know who you are or what you are capable of." And you need to make another intelligence saving throw as he calls you out.
My brain. My brain.
My man.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so you kind of look somewhere in the room, perhaps at your friends, perhaps at a personal item, something that anchors you to reality, and the kind of grass fades from the floor, and the man just evaporates into mist, and you come back to your senses. Still humming the tune, but you've shook off whatever this was.
Let's stand up. Some sort of hallucination. Something I wish forgotten, but continues to dog my steps.
Are you whole?
My head hurts, but whole indeed. He's breathing heavily.
We need to find the source of this and now. And you'll see like a pile of books growing around Rollo's feet as he's ripping them off the shelves.
Vanya kind of like rushes over and starts trying to just organize them into piles.
We need to check these rooms. We need to do something, or else we're all gonna end up like dear friend here.
He's kind of drooling slightly and he's not looking good.
Oh.
He's still humming away.
I'll check upstairs. We haven't been into that garden area for the better part of today.
We are the hands of the keeper. Rip every room apart. No one stops you.
Herbs.
Herbs.
Fuck it. I don't really know what else to do. I'm gonna cast See Invisibility.
Is that a concentration spell?
Nope.
Alright, yeah. So yeah, you cast See Invisibility then. And your eyes glow with a magical energy and you look around. And you can't see anything new. How long does that last?
An hour.
An hour, okay. Is there anything I can add?
There was a giant
just give you
fucking
that.
book up here.
There's a very limited amount of like token effect things, but yeah, let's just put that pip on you there for your See Invisibility spell. Yeah, so you kind of look around looking for something, but yeah, you do not see anything new. Kane, where are you headed?
This is Vinier's room, right? Her study room.
It's where she was working at least.
He's just gonna take a glance to start looking around, see if there's anything that could give him a clue about the time, like merchants or curses or anything like that.
So looking around here, there's kind of loose bits of paper, kind of books that are in the process of being repaired, restored, or copied. Yeah, kind of all around. Fireflies float lazily, like embers kind of caught in the wind. There are 3 writing desks, as you can see, sitting against the north wall. There's a nice sheepskin rug underneath each one to keep their feet nice and toasty. On one of the desks rests a book beside a stack of paper, along with a stoppered ink jar and a porcupine quill pen. Another desk has a leather case on it. A mouldering tapestry hangs off-center on the west wall. To the southeast is a wood-panelled wall with a closed door set into it. A weak yellow glow emanates from under this door.
He's going to open that door.
Okay, let me just check something. Is this meant to be locked? I don't think so.
I opened it.
Yeah, I don't think it's meant to be locked. Okay. So yeah, F3. Yeah.
And he's just gonna enter the room and like take in what he's looking at.
Okay. But yeah, so the room you kind of just went through, so looking around, yeah, it's kind of dedicated to copying library texts, yeah. Various desks. Ebda sometimes works here, Varnier works here most of the time. The book on the desk has a bookmark poking out from its page. Looks to be very, very old. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, that was actually meant to be locked. Sorry. Yeah, I forgot to change that. Anyway, yeah, so you kind of look at this wood-paneled door and you kind of see there's a padlock on there with a latch. So yeah, forget what you saw in there.
Will do. So instead, he's gonna test the doorknob, see it's locked, go back, and he's going to go to the old book and see where that bookmark is and see where they left off at.
Let's see. Somewhere like close to the middle, but not quite there.
Is there anything he could read from that page?
Oh, have you picked it up and opened it?
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of pick up the book, look it over. It looks to be incredibly old, and the title has worn away, and yeah, it's illegible. So you kind of open it up, and all the pages kind of just spill on out onto the floor and the desk and over yourself.
Well, shit. Well, he's gonna look for the one. If it's still bookmarked, like I don't know, is it a folded page or like?
No, it was
sticky
like
note?
just a plain ass bookmark. So you know,
He's gonna try to scoop them all up and try to put them back on the table and act like he didn't do it.
you kind of scoop them up and kind of just like stuff them back into the book, close it, turn around, and just whistle and walk away like nothing happened. Yeah.
And
so
there's a case, right? A case on this desk.
yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a nice leather case.
I'm gonna try to open it.
Yeah, you open it up, no problem. Contains a set of calligrapher's supplies. So yeah, while Kane's been kind of looking around in there, what's the rest of the gang been up to?
Yo, what's this big book?
Something about
So,
a big... Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of like try and rack my brain and see if I can remember anything from the Feywild that might be similar to what we're experiencing now, because I know that a lot of things in the Feywild are
Mm.
notorious for kind of like playing tricks on your mind or charming you, or taking control of your mind
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I'm just going to kind of see if I can remember anything that even like slightly resembles this.
Okay. So you kind of wander in this room to have a little think, looking around. Leather bits of wood shavings and paper scraps litter the floor near a large workbench. Tools, contraptions organized neatly around a handful of books in different stages of disrepair. Stools beneath each bench, one of which has a leather apron draped upon it. So there seems to be various books in states of repair, as I said. They're all kind of laid out on there if you wanted to look into them. There's a ledger on there as well. Yeah, so you kind of cast your eyes around and kind of take these things in, the various books, the ledger, and then you kind of think back to your time in the Feywild. Probably going to break the fourth, or whatever the fourth wall equivalent would be. I have very little knowledge of the Feywild. So there's probably something that does that kind of stuff, as you said, but you can't really recall any of them maybe affecting you in a way that would make you sing like this or hum like this. From what you can tell, it doesn't seem to be connected to anything in the Feywild. There might be something in the lore, but I'm not aware of it. Either way, this doesn't seem to be connected to the Feywild as far as you can tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I would check that ledger then.
Okay. Yeah, so you take a look at a ledger that is resting upon one of the stools, and you see there are a list of 4 books titled on there, each of them labeled repairs needed. So I'll copy and it has repairs needed or a specific repairing task that needs. So yeah, here we are. Yeah, so we have the first one, festivals and festivities of ancient Cornea. Yeah, replace cover. Living a dream, 3 years among stone giants, replace cover. Shemshime's bedtime rhyme, repair spine, and halfling superstitions, rebind.
I'm gonna see if I can find Shemshime's bedtime rhyme.
Yeah, you kind of cast your eyes onto the bench here, and you kind of look around, looking at the books that are on there. Let's see.
Also, why does it look like it's snowing in this room? What is that?
I think it's the fireflies. Was that?
Yeah. There's, as I said, this light source for this cellar is fireflies, so it's probably that. Yeah. So yeah, you kind of look on the desks and you find all the books except Shemshime's bedtime rhyme.
Oh, bitch.
So yeah, while Salam did that and Kane was looking around, Azza, Rolo, what were you guys up to?
After completely demolishing the shelf, I just started looking on the table to see if there was anything that stood out, any books or anything like that.
Okay, let's see.
What is this giant book upstairs?
Okay, so let's see. So Rolo, while you were kind of like rifling through all these books, you don't find anything that might be immediately related to humming tunes randomly. You do find some interesting books relating to the mask.
Interesting. I will kind of set those aside on the table, but not bag them.
Okay. Okay. All right. Azza, you have gone up stairs up there, and you kind of, so you see that giant book there. Let's see. So area F1. So let's go through that. So the circular room contains curved dark wood bookcases packed with books of assorted shapes, sizes, and ages. Flowers in ceramic pots line the tops of the shelves, giving the area a sweet fragrance. Alcoves are spaced at regular intervals around the perimeter of the room. 4 of them contain polished bronze statues of bespectacled scholars, and 3 hold overstuffed chairs in the center In the center of the room, a brass railing surrounds an overlook that gives a view of the lower level stacks. And so yeah, you should be able to see some of the characters' icons if you kind of look there closely. Hanging from the ceiling above the opening in the floor is an enormous stone sculpture of an open book that looks as though the cover is flapping to keep it aloft. A spiral staircase at least leads down, as well as up to the trapdoor exit that you came in originally, and is apparently locked. The occasional errant firefly flits around. So yeah, it's a giant sculpture of a book just kind of floating there. Looks like it's flapping with its pages to keep it afloat.
Guess I'm not reading that then.
It would probably take a lot of effort. But yeah, you kind of look around and there's some nice chairs, some statues, books on shelves and such. And so you're kind of like ladder going up to the trapdoor that would lead you out of this place.
Which would not open if attempted.
Well, you could try and open it, or you could... But yeah, if you attempt, you would find it would be locked, yes. You guys kind of search around, trying to find something. You find what you have just found. All the while, the humming is just pounding away at you. You can't stop unless you struggle to concentrate on not humming.
Kane's gonna come out of that room. Veneer, what's behind that locked door in your chamber over there?
What? There, yes. I believe Crinkle has the key. Yes, that room is where we keep the thousands of fireflies. Yes, they only last so long, you know. So we need to keep a supply, but yes, that's where we keep them. Why?
Okay.
Do you need some fireflies?
Well, I do not, thank you. I'm just trying to figure out if there's something new that has been added, so that way we could figure out the source of this humming.
The only new things are the new books that come in for repairs. No, they're not enchanted fireflies, they're just normal fireflies.
They are all miniature books.
That would be pretty cool.
New books to repair?
Yes, that is our primary function down here, to repair books.
How often do you get new shipments?
Fairly regularly, there's always something to do every day.
As they're talking about that, I'm gonna walk out with the ledger,
Yes.
and go, Varnier, it says here that there's supposed to be a Shemsham's bedtime rhyme that's being repaired, but I couldn't find it. The other 3 books were here, but this one's missing. And I can't help but think that maybe it's related somehow.
Perhaps I do remember the book coming in. It's turning up in some manner. I believe one of the scholars dropped it off for repair. It was in a bit of disarray. Yes. If we were to fix it, why, if it's not in there, and perhaps it's been in another room for repair. It's not in my area of work. That's more for copying rather than repairing.
Well, who does the repairs then?
Myself or Ebda.
Fuck.
Yeah, I saw Ebda doing repair work yesterday.
Yes, I remember the... I remember the book coming in, but I did not work on it myself. I believe it would have been Ebda. And she kind of just looks at him exasperated.
I'll check the Ebda's room. See if he was doing any late night.
Yes, it's downstairs, next to Crinkle's, opposite your own.
Opposite my own.
Rollo will nod over to Kane. Check out his workstation here on the table. I'll go with Azza.
Very good. I will keep an eye on Ebda. I believe Crinkle will be looking after Galeby. They're quite close.
Oh, can Crinkle read?
I think so. Yes. I think yes. I've seen him looking at books, so I presume he can.
Were they books with pictures, by chance?
Both.
I wonder if the book's repairs were completed and maybe Crinkle took it to read it to the little girl to help her fall asleep, and this is what started this.
Perhaps he usually just sings tunes to her or draws with her, I believe. But maybe.
Well, he seemed mighty protective of his room, and Salam, you said you
Seems
did
fair.
find some magic in there.
Ah, I believe he has
Yes, I
some
did.
magic items, a little ring or something, yes?
But this
No,
was
it
not
wasn't,
honest person.
Yeah, it was in his room.
Well, he does seem to like squirreling things away.
I'm gonna check Ebder to see if he has like the book on him or anything.
Yeah, you kind of pat
Or
him
like
down.
if that's what he was reading.
Okay, yeah, you pat down Ebda. Let's have a look. Double check. Okay, so yeah, you kind of pat him down and you just find he's young, but he looks incredibly tired and overworked. You find just his clothes, maybe some quills and knickknacks and whatever, nothing of note, just stains of ink and yeah, kind of worn clothing. He's worked very hard and perhaps neglected his own appearance and health because of that. Yeah, just double check. You find a set of calligrapher's supplies, yeah, but no, nothing that is an actual book or anything other that would warrant curiosity or further investigation.
I hate this mystery. I can't even fucking cast locate object because it's concentration. This is so dumb. Such a nerf to spellcasters.
A little bit. So yeah, Rollo, Azza, have you headed down?
Yeah.
Is this the room that they told us about?
Yeah,
That's Ebda's
that
room.
is Ebda's room, and the one you're outside now at the top is Galeby. And
Yeah.
you can kind of hear two people kind of humming in there, and like just the odd sob.
I was mildly confused because Icon was closed. I could see inside, but didn't know what kind of glitch that was. Anyways, I know he's not in there, so I'll test the door to see if it's unlocked.
It is unlocked. Yeah,
And
you
I
open
make
it up.
myself at home.
Alright, you step on into this room here. Okay. This sparse room is tidy, apart from a clay bowl containing the remnants of a particularly vinegary smelling meal resting on a large trunk.
You know, Rolo, I think the most insulting thing is everyone's got better bedspreads than us.
It's something I plan to rectify soon. Rollo will raise his fist to knock heavily on Galeby's door, but will remember the exchange from earlier and kind of calm himself and gently knock on the door. You said I can hear sobs coming from inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll knock on the door and Galeby?
Yeah.
Crinkle?
Yes.
Can I come in, please?
Yeah. Come on. More the merrier.
Yeah, Rollo will step in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, you step on in and you find very much a child's room. Toys are scattered on an unmade bed. Piles of clothes obscure all but a few bare patches of the floorboards. Above a writing desk in the corner dangles a dragon marionette made from brass and wood, with wings of canvas dyed red. A round firefly lamp hangs in the opposite corner, and yes, there's various crayon drawings kind of scattered around the room as well.
Cool. Rollo will look at the drawings and give a slight nod as if appreciating them, but really he thinks they're disgusting.
Roll perception on looking at the drawings.
Sure.
Okay, so you kind of cast them over and they look like kids' drawings, but you kind of your attention gets drawn to one drawing in particular, and you look at it. It looks a bit weird. That man's wearing funny coloured boots, but the more you look at it, it looks like the man is not wearing funny coloured boots. It looks like a man who's had his feet severed off and blood is pouring out from his ankles and pooling onto the ground where he is stood. And you can also see that up in the corner there are some severed feet kind of scribbled into the corner. You kind of cast your eyes around further after kind of honing in on that and kind of thinking, that's a bit weird. You kind of look around more and you see another worrying crayon drawing showing a boy underwater gasping and clawing at his throat. And then another worrying picture that shows a dog with a severed hand in its mouth and a black cloud hovering over the dog.
Orlo will, under his cloak, grip his dagger in its sheath, and he'll pull one of the drawings from the wall and look over to Gilby. This is really astounding, Gilby. Did you draw all these?
Yeah. Daddy
Really,
says I'm gonna be an artist.
He might not be wrong, although I am really interested in the inspiration behind these.
I don't know, I just draw what I think.
Yeah, you're thinking about feetless people?
Yeah, it was a bad dream I had.
Tell me more about this dream.
It was a dark shadow. And then I saw images of the man with no feet. They must have fallen off. And he was sad.
What about that Poochie in that one?
Yeah, you probably digging for bones and found a bone with the meat on it still.
Had a nice little bone, huh?
Yeah. Na 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 na.
Orlo will kind of rub his temple a bit, and he'll pass off the drawing at Crinkle. Listen, both of you, this is very important. We're looking for a book that seems to have gone missing from repairs. I don't suppose either one of you picked up a book with some sort of, nursery rhymes, jingles, anything like that?
Yeah, Crinkle kind of scratches his head slightly, and Galeby kind of absent-mindedly starts scribbling on some paper with a crayon. Yeah. So you all start humming the tune again, and you feel yourselves harmonize again. And at this time, the light from the lamps and any of the fireflies start flickering violently. It doesn't seem to have a pattern, it seems very much irregular, but every time they flicker, it leaves the entirety of this place in pitch darkness, except for those who have night vision, which is most people, I think. So yeah, even with your dark vision, you do notice that the lights kind of go off for perhaps a few seconds or even a minute. But yeah, so basically the dark it's flickering on and off suddenly for no reason. So yeah, Crinkle he kind of scratches his head and kind of starts thinking and humming to himself.
And any books you've grabbed, Crinkle, perhaps some to read to precious little artistic Galeby here.
Let me have a look. Crinkle kind of like looks at you and says, "Many books in this library, little boy."
Rollo will kind of mutter under his breath and look back at Galeby. Any books that Daddy's been reading you at night? New ones?
No, no, no new books, just stories from his mouth. That sounded weird. Just spoken stories.
Spoken stories, fantastic. Galeby, I really appreciate your drawings. Do you mind if I borrow these? I promise I'll take good care of them.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go give
Is-
my
is-
mouth
is-
stories to everyone else.
Is Daddy okay?
Oh, Daddy's gonna be just fine. Once we find this missing book. So either of you know anything about?
Do you promise?
Galeby, I don't make promises lightly, and Rollo will just kind of trail away and pull the drawings off the wall.
She looks distraught, and then Crinkle just kind of like scowls at you and starts like consoling her again.
At least he lives by his principles.
It's true. Yeah, you kind of step out and you see Salam approaching, and you kind of hear Azza kind of rummaging around in the room. So Azza, you kind of look around in there. Yeah.
Under the bed, under the sheets, in the trunk. In the trunk that's holding up the food. I will move the food first.
Okay, so you basically toss the room. So in the trunk, you find a set of avowed robes and a heavy wool coat. There's a round table, wicker chair, mirror, wash basin, nice green rug, and so on. Looking under the bed, you find a ornate circular box decorated with silver filigree.
Well, this is probably not what I'm looking for, but curiosity killed the cat, and boy, I have 9 lives.
Yeah, so you kind of crack open that box. It's not locked in any way. So looking inside, you find a small glass figurine of a woman fixed to a wooden stand and a post meant to hold what looks to be a golden ring, or I mean, just a ring in general. The ring is missing, but it looks like it would hold a ring.
I do not plan to steal it, but I do want Salam to see it with his magic.
Yeah, so this is what you find. I'll paste that.
I turn around. He's right there. Whoa!
There we go. Yeah, so you kind of look up and you kind of like just look up and just hands on this box and you kind of just go over to Salam, I guess. Yeah.
Is it magic?
I don't know.
You don't have that ability anymore?
It's hard to concentrate on stuff like that with this stupid fucking song.
Rollo will hand off a few of the drawings to Az and to Salam. The girl's sleep is plagued by something. It could just be nightmares, but I don't know. She's drawing these doodles and fucking hanging them up on our wall.
I was just kind of walking through and looking in everywhere to see if there was anything invisible or in the ethereal plane in any of these rooms.
Yeah, you kind of look on in. Do you look in on Cthulhu's room as well? That's shut at the moment.
I open all the doors that I can. Like I'm
Do you
looking everywhere.
knock before opening Cthulhu's room?
No.
Okay, you knock. You just open it up and look in, and Cthulhu looks very annoyed and opens her mouth to say something, but I guess you kind of move on before she says anything. You don't see anything invisible at all.
Okay.
Kane will just check around this area, see if perhaps the book fell under the table or anything that stands out on the shelves that could match, like nursery rhymes, anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of have a look around. There's too many books to kind of look around to reasonably go through unless you spent a very, very long time looking at every book. You kind of glance around, you don't notice anything resembling uh, title of the one you're looking for. Vanya kind of looks up while tending to Ebder and asks, "Are you looking for anything in particular?"
No, I was just hoping that we could find something with nursery rhyme or music. Eh, this damn song got me all mixed up and I can't think straight.
Songs, not that I can recall. I suppose the Shemshine book was the closest thing, but that seems to have gone missing. Perhaps
Who would take electric slide book, Shimshine book?
I do not know. Ebda was repairing it. I presume it would be in the repair room if it was not finished. If it was finished, it would have been sent upstairs to go back to where it belonged. But I do not know.
Can I insight check her?
Yeah?
She's too calm.
She doesn't look calm.
I'm still insight check her.
Go for it.
Elves always looking calm.
She's doing her best to look calm, but yeah, she's struggling to maintain her composure. She's slowly getting worn down by the situation, but she's putting on a brave front, and whatever she's saying sounds truthful.
Now that it's only her and I that are conscious, is the song as bad as it was before when we were all in the room, or with just the two of us is it lessened?
Ebder is still humming it, and you're all humming it unless you're actively concentrating on not humming.
Alright. Then I'll just start heading down and see if I can find the rest of the group.
I guess you kind of meet Azza halfway as he's coming up with a man's coat in his arms.
Before they went upstairs, I would have asked Azza and Rolo if they found Shemshine's bedtime rhyme.
No.
I asked Crackle and Galeby, Crinkle and Galeby, but
Crackle.
alas, they had no idea about it, or at least none that they shared with me. I'll pull that glass figurine and from the doorway. I'll just kind of pick it up and show it to Galeby and Crackle, Crinkle. Have you all seen this before? Do you know what this is, Galeby? It was in your dad's room.
She kind of looks up and just starts sobbing uncontrollably. I don't know. I see Daddy looking at it sometimes and he looks really sad.
Rolo, put that away.
Wow, good work, Rolo.
Yeah, she's pretty fucking distraught now.
One last question, Galeby. I'm sorry, but do you remember a ring actually being on here?
She kind of jumps up and kind of runs over to you and says, "No, and you're stinky!" And she'll try and kick you. She doesn't have an attack. She kicks you, but even if it hits, it's not gonna do anything. She's a child.
Sure, yeah.
She kind of kicks you, and you kind of go ow, and then she kind of just slams the door in your face.
Rilla will look at Salam and shrug. She's a shit drawer, anyways.
That's probably like her dead mother's ring or something. What's wrong with you?
I'm trying to not go insane, and I'm going to do anything I can to not go insane. So I can find a way to live with this one.
Including traumatizing children. Cool. And I just walk off.
I mean, they're like the same height. He probably just thinks she's a young gnome.
There you go. I'll put the thing back on the table that, as I'd left it on.
Mm-hmm.
be fine. I'm sure there's magical therapy.
Okay, as you kind of turn to go, the door opens up again, and Crinkle steps on out. Kind of sees Salam just go around the corner, and Azra on the far end. Kind of looks down at Rolo, kind of probably, I don't know. He's maybe a bit taller than Rolo. He kind of glowers at you, and says, "My room." Hmm. And kind of stomps on over, and you hear him kind of rummaging around, and then there's a click, and then he kind of goes back and slams the door.
Rollo will just yell out after he goes back in the room. I have to check your room. I hope you understand.
There's no reply.
And yeah, Rollo will kind of quietly walk up towards his door.
Okay.
And yeah, he'll wait for Crinkle to come back out a couple seconds, and if he doesn't, he'll try to have his way with the lock.
Yeah, I think Salam's gone up. As you might have seen this happening, and you kind of see Rollo head on into the room.
Okay, Rollo. Take them prisoners.
I'm assuming when I jiggle the lock, it's
locked? There's no
did?
lock. It's open now.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
I'll give it a twist and a turn.
Yeah, you open it up and step on inside. Okay, so this room is crawling with wingless larval fireflies. Hundreds of these tiny glowworms cling to every surface, shedding light throughout, except the light is still flickering in and out of activity. Excuse me. A canvas hammock hangs between two pillars near the center of the room. An engraving of a goat wearing a crown leans against the north wall.
Okay, north wall.
Top.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Is a goat with a crown?
Yeah, so north is up here, but it's actually over here, the goat. Yeah, so that's the one.
And what do I see here in the middle?
That's the hammock.
Gotcha.
Between two pillars.
Yeah, I'll just give a quick perusal of the hammock, make sure there's nothing tucked inside, and then I'll look about at the
It looks pretty
shrine.
moth-eaten and smelly, but not as stinky as you, apparently.
Yeah, I'll take care to not step on anything if I can help it. And,
yeah.
I'll try and check out the shrine.
It's difficult, but yeah, you kind of pick your way across the room without stepping on any bugs. Okay.
And yeah, I'll give it a
You kind of look it over. There doesn't seem anything particularly remarkable about this thing. It just seems to be an engraving of a crowned goat leaning against the wall, probably about 3 feet tall. Looks pretty heavy.
Well, can't fault a man for what he loves. Yeah, I'll just kind of peek about the room, see if I can see anything. So there's like literally just like grubs covering the walls. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
if you want to look
poke
a bit
around
more,
a little bit.
Yeah, you can do
see if I can
a perception. Yeah. Okay, let's see. 11. Let's see. Yeah, you're creeped out by how many larvae are kind of crawling around this room. Yeah, their light is kind of putting you off as it's still flickering in and out of complete darkness, and you can't seem to notice anything in particular. Maybe, cool. Yeah, the flickering light is kind of getting in your way a little bit.
Yeah, I'll cautiously walk out the room and close the door.
Okay. Yes, Salam, what were you doing upstairs?
I just go back up and tell Kane that we no luck on the book down there, Did you find it up here?
No, I did not. There was a book that kind of fell apart on me. When I went into the repair room, there was also a locked door and then a case with some calligraphy stuff. But no luck. I didn't check the room down to the south yet.
That's where I found the ledger.
Well, I see. So it has to be here somewhere. Maybe someone took it and forgot. Has anyone searched the kitchen at all?
What
Any
I'm worried
cupboards?
about is what if somebody took it out of where we're locked in, and it's the thing causing this, and we can't get it because we're locked in here, but it's somewhere else.
Are you familiar with the type of magic that Vinia put on the doors?
Really?
Well,
I
I was
thought
gonna.
I thought that would be more closer to your specialty than mine.
Unfortunately, I do not know that one. I was hoping though, if it was something that she needed to concentrate on, it would be done for with this awful tune stuck in our head.
I mean, I could cast a spell to locate the book, but the spell won't last very long because it's something I have to concentrate on, and I can't keep this stupid song out of my head. So I'll get a brief sense of where it is, but then that sense will disappear, 10 seconds later or so, probably.
Oh man, I think that might be our only option as of now. Point at least something in the right direction. I feel like you ever been to the butcher shop and watched them when they cut the head off a chicken?
Can't say that I have.
Well, it just runs all over the place. Blood spraying makes a crazy mess.
Is
And
there
that
a
is
better
how.
way to kill the chicken then?
Well, there's always better ways to kill infinite number of things.
Guess I don't see what point you're trying to make. What are you
Well,
saying?
what I'm trying to say is, I feel like we are running around with no clue, and we have nothing to go off of other than it is possibly a book of our rhymes.
Oh, so we're the chicken.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, it's better than being one of the people in these drawings, and I'll show them one of the drawings that Rollo handed me with the people with the fucking feet cut off.
Now, who would? Is this from the little girl? It's in crayon.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently she's been dreaming about people with their feet cut off and dogs finding decapitated hands and little boys drowning. I don't know. It was pretty creepy.
Has her room been investigated?
I looked in there. There wasn't anything invisible in there. They looked for the book in there, but they didn't find anything. I don't know.
Okay, so at this point, yeah, the flickering seems to grow more and more intense until it stops and the lights are just on again. And yeah, you feel the humming grow stronger and stronger, and you see shadows start to lengthen and dance around. And yeah, you see several shadows kind of come up from the floor and manifest themselves.
Oh no.
So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
It was the floorboards all along. I told you.
Rollo was right.
I'll add roller to the initiative as well. So yeah, let's roll for those. So you see the flickering stops, the lights come on, and then you kind of, it seems to become quiet, but then you realize the humming and the singing is still very much here, and then you see the shadows begin to warp and lengthen, and you see some shadowy creatures kind of step up from inside of them.
Alright, so if we can't get the mysteries, the shadows attack. I love that.
Okay, so let's start with this one here. So this one kind of looms ahead of and approaches you, Salam, and goes in to attack. Let's put my rolls back to public. So it approaches and stretches out to grasp a hold of you. Yes, you kind of see it coming and you kind of swat its kind of outstretched hands and it kind of disperses the shadowy mess and it seems to not affect you at all. Rolo, you kind of see the lights return back to normal, but you have a strong sense of unease and perhaps you hear someone cry out from upstairs.
Okay. I will begin making my way over there. I'll just kind of yell out, "Stay in your rooms," and I will dash.
So you swear you hear someone say, "Don't tell me what to do, stinky man."
Grip my dagger a little tighter, but keep running.
Be a bath cantrip.
And that's my 60.
Alright, so we go over to Varnia, who will kind of circle around here, and she will she'll kind of take out a no, she hasn't got. I need to give her something. Hold on. She'll take out a weapon and kind of like look like she's holding her ground, kind of standing over Ebda to protect him. So Ebda kind of hums away madly, unmoving still, and then we'll go to Kane while I find a weapon to give to Varnia.
So I see the one attacking Salam and the one down the hallway. I'm going to hit this thing with a magic missile at level 1.
Thought Varnier had magic. Why is she using a weapon?
Why not? Maybe she used the scroll to lock the door.
All her magic is for book reading.
Okay, so we got 5. Four. Okay. 13 damage. Okay. So yeah, you send 3 magical missiles down to the shadow that manifested itself there, and they kind of swirl and penetrate into the shadow and kind of explode, dispersing some of this shadowy essence down here. It was this one, right?
Yes, this one down here.
Alright, cool. Is that everything?
I'm gonna step over here, see. Okay, I see some more. Come back. Keep my back to Salam. And yeah, I'm tired of this. Fuck it. I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to quicken spell, and I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the one I hit with magic missile.
Yeah, alright, roll damage. Well, roll to hit. .26 hits for 2 fire damage.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay, Salam, what's up?
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack this one in front of me.
13. Yeah, that hits for 11 bludgeoning damage. That is magical. So yeah, you kind of wind on up and strike out with your magical flail, and it kind of sweeps suddenly through the shadows, kind of throwing this shadowy energy all over the place. It reforms, but you can see it's definitely been affected significantly by your attack.
Cool.
Okay, now go over to this one, who will race towards Kane. And it will attack you. 16, does that hit? I think it does.
That hits.
Let's roll damage.
No.
11 necrotic damage. Does that do anything?
Oh, I think I'm resistant. I am. I'm resistant.
Son of a bitch.
Hell yeah.
So is that 5 or 6? I think we round up, right? So 6.
No, it's
Always
You round
down. Yeah, round down.
unless something specifically states that you round up, you round down.
Does anything ever state you round up?
Some things do, yeah.
Yeah,
From
I think
time
there
to
are some
time.
edge cases.
Okay, cool. So as this thing also strikes you, you feel it kind of pull away some of your kind of strength, and you feel 3 points of strength. You feel some strength pulled away from you, perhaps equivalent to at least 3 points. Yeah, so take a 3-point penalty to your strength score.
Down to 8.
Oh no, he's in danger.
Okay, so this one here will kind of, let's say it will go over to Azza and attack him. And miss. Okay, Azza, your turn.
I've never fought a shadow before, but I've been jumping at him all my life. So I think I'm ready for this. So, boom, weapon, bond, silver sword just appears in my hand. Go to strike. I said I was ready for this game.
Yeah, that's a miss, unfortunately. Is that everything?
Yeah.
Alright, over
Good job.
to the other shadow, the first shadow, who will attack Salam again. 17, I think
Miss.
that misses, yep. Rolo.
I'm running, boys.
Rolo stopped in the kitchen, made himself a sandwich.
Yeah, so
I
you
had
kind
to
of
sprint.
Yeah, you kind of pop up and you just see Salam kind of like engaged in combat with this shadowy manifestation of sorts.
Alright. Well, I sprinted up here. So I will actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like something like this. I'm sure you've all seen it before.
A bitch.
I will bigify as a bonus action when I get up here.
Okay. So let's get your token and make it twice the size. Boop. So you kind of pop out from the top of the stairs and you kind of just grow in size.
Yeah, as I'm reaching the top, I'll start growing, and yeah, as I clear the landing, I'll complete my bigness. I'm here, and I'm good.
Okay. Rania maintains her protective stance over Ebda. Ebda is still paralyzed, unconscious or something. Kane, your turn.
Alright, I am going to hit this one right next to me with a shocking grasp.
Ooh. Did you learn that one from Chadwick?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's a nice hit. 8
Nice.
lightning damage. Okay.
Alright, and since he can't take reactions until the start of its next turn, I'm gonna run!
All right. Yeah,
Run
you
away!
slap it and it crackles with lightning, and it kind of writhes like a weird shadowy lightning mass of energy. And so you kind of use this chance to kind of step out and run and put some ground between the two of you.
I'll burn 2 sorcery points, quicken spell, magic missile it.
Okay.
Second level.
Just the one target? Well, you can only see that one, I think.
Yeah, that's the only one I can see right now since I moved.
Okay. Roll dice. Pretty sure you're gonna be fine. Okay. Very good. Okay, so you unleash a flurry of bolts at this creature. They kind of just like head on into that shadowy lightning mass and they just explode, and then just a wave of energy kind of just like bursts out, kind of like jostling the books and shelves around it, and it seems to have gone.
Right. And I'll move back so I can keep an eye on everybody. And that's my turn.
Okay, good. Salam, your turn.
All right, I'll just attack this guy again.
Go for it.
Oh fuck.
Okay, yeah, you swing and you miss, narrowly avoiding Rolo as well. Okay, over to the shadow, attacking Azza. That's probably going to be a hit. So you take 9 necrotic damage. And you feel the strength sapped from your body.
Actually, still hits. Ah.
Yes.
So, do I need to change my strength mod?
It looks like it. So
Yeah,
that's gonna be
-2.
annoying. That's gonna be annoying, but oh well.
Is it minus? I rolled a d4 there, so -4.
Yeah, the mod should be -2.
Oh, I get you. Yeah. That's a heavy hit. So yeah, this thing kind of lunges at you, and you are kind of embroiled in this shadowy mess, and you feel it attack you and drain your strength away. How do you react?
With anger. Bridging with my blade, I'll make a melee attack, but it'll be imbued with. Oh hell. What do I call my spell? Booming blade, right.
Booming blade.
Okay, that didn't work. I'm just gonna put that aside for a moment. Alright, just regular attack. I've got this guy.
Booming blade. Let's see. Yeah, that well, there's a lot of zeros on that booming blade. But yeah, 9. 9 does not hit. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go over to here.
Before my turn ends,
Yeah.
how much damage did I take?
You took 9 necrotic damage.
Right. I'll definitely second wind then. I'll need it. I'll want it. Features, second wind. Give me HP. Could have been worse.
So yeah, this shadow continues to attack Salam. And misses again. Rolo, your turn.
Yeah, I will. I've sidestepped the flail as it came up, and I will quickly pull my crossbow and fire at the point blank guy right here. I'll try the first one with sharpshooter.
Okay. That's a miss.
And the second one I will try with sharpshooter as well.
Let's see, 13 hits, 18 damage. Nice. So yeah, you obliterate this shadow. The first one misses, but the second one lands true, and the arrow just pounds through this shadow, kind of creating like a kind of hole of a vortex kind of thing in the middle, and the shadowy mess is kind of just sucked in on itself, and it just kind of disappears.
All right. How tall are these bookshelves? Like, am I taller than them?
I'll have to have a look.
I just kind of assumed they went to the ceiling.
I thought you could run on top of them, but I also been playing a lot of Dying Light 2.
Parkour up there.
Rolo goes to roll over and just goes right through all of them.
Just like topple them all.
The
I mean,
bookcases.
just based on the drawing, they look like the same height as the pillars. So.
Yeah, bookcases are 10 feet tall, and each one has a rolling ladder attached to it.
Okay. I'll use my action. I will end my bonus action. Can I squeeze by my allies here at half speed?
Yeah.
He can fit in between those bookcases?
If he goes sideways, maybe.
You're nicer than I am.
Yeah, he is pretty big. Let's say roll acrobatics or dexterity. It's just dexterity, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, like in the rules, squeezing is a thing.
16, yeah, so you squeeze through, you see the bookcases kind of shift to kind of accommodate you, if you kind of feel like if you're maybe you're a bit more less careful, you might have knocked over these bookcases, but thankfully you didn't this time.
Cool, and I am good.
Okay. Kane?
Alright, seeing how Az is kind of struggling over here, I'm gonna go up to. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna just hit this damn thing with a firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the fighter. This is what I do best. I don't
23
struggle
hits.
here.
3 fire damage.
Oh,
Alright.
come on.
You've damaged the monster. Very good. Is that everything?
Yeah, well, I'll swing around. I'll give Rolo some space, and I'm gonna swing around down here.
Okay, then we will go over to Salam if that's everything.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah,
I get to roll one more time.
it's a miss.
19.
19 hits for 11 bludgeoning. Nice.
Nah, the first damage roll was 12.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give that. Yeah. Alright, yeah, 12 bludgeoning damage. Yeah. So yeah, kind of swing and you hit the shadow, kind of dispersing its energies around, but it still is very much there. Is that everything?
Yeah.
Alright, so the shadow continues its attack on Azza. Misses, and then we go to Azza's turn.
Alright. Here we go again. Yeah.
Ooh. Nice. Okay, so you adopt a firm and wide stance and swing true with your silver greatsword, making a clean cut through this monster. And as you cut it, it disperses, and you seem to have vanquished all of the foes.
I think I'm stronger without my muscles.
Okay, and we are out of combat. Varnia kind of just looks around and says, are they gone?
What the heck were they?
I do not know. Some demons, some shadowy monsters. I do not know. I have seen a lot in my time, but I'm not sure what they were.
I mean, you're the supposed monster hunter. Shouldn't you know what they are?
Good. But I can't know everything. Well, I suppose I can, but I don't. Another reason to be here at Candlekeep to expand my wisdom.
Has the sound in our head, has it lessened after defeating the creatures, or it's still loud?
Nope, it's still there, still loud.
Those literally look just like shadows to me.
Yeah, they were just like a shadowy mess of energy.
If I didn't have nothing else to do, I wouldn't even have thought my sword could pierce them.
Salam, show Varnier the pictures. Maybe there's some history here.
Oh, the little girl was drawing these creepy things. Apparently, she saw them in her dreams, I guess.
Varnia looks over them and says, I knew she drew, but I didn't know. These are worrying. Perhaps we should arrange a counselor or something, but in her dreams, you say?
She says she's plagued by some dark, shadowy being, but I have no idea if it's simply just a child's, nightmares or something more sinister.
These things be related to the meme locks we encountered before, if they're thriving on fear.
Might have brought them here with us. I'm gonna go check on everyone downstairs. Make sure there's nothing down there.
I don't get the sense that this is related to the meme locks in any way.
I'll go with you, Rolo.
Rolo, you're gonna have to shrink on back down if you want to fit your fat ass down those stairs.
I'm gonna minify.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Kane will follow Rolo downstairs, just in case.
Okay. Vanya kind of thinks on things and says, I do not know what could have caused this. Some of these polluted dreams. There must be something here. I cannot see anything here. She spends most of her time with her father or in her bedroom down in the depths. I cannot see anything here, so it must be something down there.
Well, these creatures could be the source, which begs the question, where is the source of these creatures?
A good question. She'll sit down and start thinking, but also still keeping an eye on Ebda.
It all happened so fast. Where did those shadows come from when they attacked us?
I saw them just manifest themselves from the floor, from the shadows in this room already.
Rilla's gonna make a quick knock on the door right here. Apologies for the... I'm trying to remember this person's name.
This one?
Had an
Cthulhu?
apostrophe. Cthulhu. There you go.
That's the next room over. That's Salam's room.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you kind of knock and a snappy reply says, "What? Who is it?"
It's me, Rolo. Everything's okay?
No. I'm stuck in this infernal place.
Yeah, you're fine then.
Damn song! Yeah, Cthulhu is
Rollo
very perturbed.
will whisper over to Kane. Kane, it might be better if you handle the child. I may have upset her accidentally.
Very well. Well, I'll try to see if I could be discreet with searching her bed chambers.
Rollo will give him one of the disturbing pictures here. Maybe compliment her on this.
Yeah, Cthulhu kind of gets up and just slams the door in your face.
And it's the room up here, right?
That's the dad's room.
This
It's
one
the-
right here.
The one next to it.
Oh, before he opens the door, he'll just knock on it.
Yeah.
Trying
Who
to
is
move my
it?
token, but there's so many doors.
Yeah, it's easier with the arrows.
It's Kane. May I enter?
Okay. But if the stinky man's with you, tell him no.
The sneaky man stays in the hallway.
Okay.
Well, he's gonna stay in the hallway. Don't worry. It was just coming down, making sure you guys are okay. We were just checking on you.
Her eyes are very red and wet cheeks from the tears, but yeah, she seems to have calmed down again.
Can you tell me something? When did you start drawing these very creative photos? And Kane's gonna hold the picture up.
I think maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago.
I see. And have you come into contact with anything new, or maybe a new book or a new toy that you might have gotten?
No, no new toys. Daddy used to buy me toys, but apparently was saving up for a holiday. So, no new toys recently.
And you haven't read any new books?
I tried to read one of the new books, but Daddy said he wasn't finished fixing it.
And where did you see this book that he was fixing?
On the table.
In his room?
No, upstairs, but no, it's not there anymore. I guess he finished it.
So you didn't see where he put that book?
I don't know. Crinkle usually takes them up to be delivered, or I don't know.
Crinkle, did you take the book that what's his name again?
Ebda?
Ebder. Did you take the book that Ebder had finished fixing?
Ebda kind of fidgets in his seat. Book?
Abdur or Crinkle?
What book? Crinkle, sorry. Crinkle, yeah, he fidgets around and says, book, what book? And kind of gives you a beaky grimace and starts humming.
So you didn't touch the book that Edward was working on?
He fidgets even more. Book. Touch many books. Book. Do you want to hear
Can
a
I insight
story,
check him?
child? Yeah, go for it.
Like, I want to see if he's just confused or if he's genuinely trying to hide something.
You don't know why, but he looks very fidgety and uncomfortable.
Crinkle, do you still have the book Edward was working on?
Kind of shrugs and says, many books in this place, child.
Is the book Edward was working on in your room?
Are you, like, intimidating, persuading?
I'll try to persuade him.
Okay, yeah, roll persuasion. $18. Crinkle kind of fidgets and says, alright, you got me, kid. I confess. I have done wrong. And he kind of looks down, sad.
Crinkle, listen. There's no need to get you in trouble, but we need that book. So can you please get me that book? I will go with you. I don't want to barge into your room and disturb your privacy.
He kind of nods and then kind of hops off the bed and then kind of jumps out the room and kind of jumps along to his room, kind of pushes it open.
Kane will follow him.
And he'll kind of go into the corner here, and you kind of see him kind of like fiddling with the wall, and you kind of see him kind of stick his finger into a hole, and then he kind of fiddles with the hole, and you hear a click, and the wall opens on up, revealing a secret compartment.
This asshole.
Okay, so looking inside there, you can see a number of things. Yeah, kind of 5 foot wide little cubby hole thing. Let's see. So inside you find some items. Let's see. So you see there's a small kind of amber colored ring. There looks to be an ornate curved dagger. A set of 4 intricately shaped glass bottles with nothing in them, and then 2 other bottles with mysterious liquids in them, and also kind of tucked away in the corner a book. That looks like this.
Betrayers like this.
Yep,
The
that
greatest
book.
among us.
That book
pretty
yells
sick-looking
no
book.
good.
It's a book.
I don't know. I thought it was very bright.
So Kane is gonna go, Crinkle, please, will you hand me that book and your little hideaway hole? It'll be a secret between us.
He kind of nods and then kind of picks up the book and kind of presses it into your hands. And then he kind of closes the cubby hole again and kind of then slinks back, head low and down, back to Galeby's room.
So Rollo would not move out of the way when he was trying to get to the door.
Let me bring him back then.
And he would just keep his hand in his dagger under his cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you do it, Crinkle?
What?
Rollo will look back at Kane and see the book. Why'd you take the book?
Crinkle kind of shrugs and says, "Guy gotta eat."
You were gonna sell it.
He shakes his head. No. No. No.
What are we doing with him, Kane?
Let him go for now. We got bigger things we have to deal with. Let's figure out how to end this rhythm in all of our heads.
He starts trying to squirm past you if you're gonna...
Yeah, I'll let him through, but...
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll slam the door shut behind him.
Okay.
Kane, take care of that. I'm gonna stay here and watch the door. Make sure he doesn't try and get away.
Will do. And don't hurt him. Let's leave that up to the keeper to decide.
I'm a hand. If he tries to get a little handsy with me, I'll do what I have to.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna bring the book up and share with the class?
I'm gonna go ahead and just slam it on the table while Kane's holding his head and his rubbing his eyes. So I'm like, well, I found it. Can someone go do this blasted thing and see if there's a way to remedy this horrible affliction?
Varnia kind of looks and says, "Yes, I believe that is the book."
If we burn this damn thing, will it fix us?
She shrugs. And Salam asked where you found it, I think.
Let's deal with that after.
I'll sit down to read it. I love
Sounds
books.
suspicious. Where'd you find it, Kane?
We found it downstairs.
Okay, that's less than descriptive.
Let's remedy this thing before we attacked again, and then I'll explain it to everybody. I just don't want to risk another attack while Rolo's downstairs and it's 3 of us. And Aza's looking a bit paler.
How's your strength doing, Az?
Still stronger than the. I don't know how my character would answer that.
I'm not even there asking you. You're kidding.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, he's fine. He's still
All right.
stronger than the average human.
And Kale kind of slide the book over to Aza and open it up so he can start reading it, try to figure out a way to fix this thing.
Yeah, you can do that. Also, can you do a intelligence check on it to kind of just get an idea of what it could be?
Intelligence check. Alright.
Both of us?
Whoever's looking at the book.
I'm doing an insight check on Kane because he's being fucking suspicious right now.
Okay.
I saw it on the 2. There's no way it would have rolled suspiciously.
Let me try and find something as well.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, let's see what you guys got. 13 and a 21 insight check and a 5. Okay, with a 13, yeah, you can see that this is no ordinary book. It seems to be not necessarily a paper book, but a sort of mechanical curiosity of gnomish design. The cover seems to be made up of wood and copper. The front cover bears a faded, hand-painted rendering of a round millstone. It's a square book, about 18 inches long along each edge of the cover. As you can see there on the side, a silver music box is set into the book's spine, but that is heavily dented in one end. So you crack it open. The book has no pages in the typical sense, but it opens to reveal a pop-up cutaway illustration of a quaint watermill made of painted panels of wood, tin canvas, and leather. Its clockwork device designed to animate 4 separate scenes while the music box built into the book's spine would play a metallic tune that implants the rhyme you have heard in your head so far, if it were to play. So the mechanized scenes feature cut-out figurines of members of a family, and they appear to be dying in a series of grisly ways as a shadowy figure seems to look on them. I got a handout for that, just a moment.
Must be German bedtime rhymes then.
Possibly. So yeah, as you open it, you kind of see this. So yeah, you see the man with his feet cut off, a dog biting a woman's hand, a man falling into water, and some sort of mill, by the looks of it, grinding up a shadow.
Oh yes, and their shadows are present in all of them.
This is not a nice book. Although the pictures are cool.
What was that, sorry?
I said, this is not a nice book, but the picture is really cool.
Yeah.
Is there no words, like, at all?
No, just the kind of pop-ups that you see.
And the gears are playing the little music or no?
Not right now. You kind of looked at the little music box and you can see that it's heavily dented.
And there's no like arcane ruins in writing or any kind of writing that seems like out of the normal?
No. Seems to be very much a picture book.
Can anyone here see if they can sense curses or anything like that?
I think it's a fairly safe bet that this thing is cursed or something similar to cursed in some way. Otherwise, why would the little girl be drawing these exact same scenes? And why would the song that this book plays be stuck in everyone's head? That can't just be coincidence.
And these shadowy figures look a lot like the creatures that attacked us.
A more like childish visualization of them, but yes.
So this thing that's like killing the shadow in the last one, it's like a mill.
Yeah, it looks to be some sort of mill kind of
Yeah,
thing.
looks like the grindstone on a mill.
Yeah, for like making flour or whatever.
Way to kill a shadow.
You don't need a grind mill to kill the shadows.
Do you guys think we need to destroy this book? Or can we destroy this book?
I don't know if we're allowed to. We're still in the premises of Candlekeep.
I think the safety takes precedence over anything else.
Oh, I think there's.
And it's not really a book full of knowledge, so I don't see why they would care.
Varnia kind of pipes up and says, the keeper would be most displeased if any books were destroyed, regardless of their contents or current condition. I mean, the situation is dire, though.
Well, then the keeper would have to hire new hands as well as make everyone here expendable. And then if this book gets out to the greater population of Candlekeep, think about the damage it could cause.
This is true.
What if we could just repair it? Maybe it's lashing out in its damaged state.
I do not know. If you wish to try destroying it, I do not want to be any part of that.
I guess I'm wondering, why was this book sent down here in the first place? I mean, why would they assume that you guys whose specialty is repairing regular books would be able to fix a clockwork music player? That doesn't make any sense.
I do not know. If there's ever something we can't do ourselves, we would send it on to someone else, but I suppose Abda believed he could fix it. He is rather talented.
Well, unfortunately, he didn't, and unfortunately, he's comatose at the moment. Is this beyond your abilities?
I believe so. I'm more akin to making copies of books. I enjoy writing.
And Cthulhu, she's more versed in what is it?
Cthulhu is here
potions?
on Cthulhu is here on research. She does not actually work for the keep.
I don't know. Azza, Salam, any of you like to take a crack at this? Maybe we get Rolo.
No, I've never tinkered with anything in my life.
I mean, I think learning where this book was being kept or hidden and why it was there might, help us solve this problem, but Kane seemingly doesn't want to tell us, which I find slightly suspicious. I mean, has this book
if you wish to
controlled you in some way, Kane?
No, I'm more concerned about our safety.
Safety.
Trying to figure out if there's something we could do to make sure those shadows or those shade creatures or whatever they are don't return.
If you're going to mess with the shades, please have everyone here. Rolo, yes, Rolo. He's very big. Rolo, go. If you're going to do something, maybe have him with us, please. He was very big.
And I'll take a piece of copper wire. I'll point downstairs where Rolo was the last time I saw him, or I think he might be, and I'll cast message.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just say, Rolo, darling, could you please come up here? We're gonna need your assistance. You can reply to this message.
I don't say anything, but you can feel a sneer, and I will slowly walk upstairs.
How does a sneer feel?
Sneery.
We
It checks out.
we know the source of the infection now. Perhaps we might just take the book upstairs and get somebody with mechanical expertise, like the blacksmith, to have a look at it.
Vanya
Perhaps it
pipes
was
up and says,
delivered-
"I'm sorry, no one is leaving
Yeah.
here."
So you want to introduce this to more people?
If you can fix it, what's the problem? Are you
How
not
do you-
expecting to secure us?
How do you even know that that would do anything, though?
We do not know. But either way, no one is leaving here. No one.
Did you burn the blasted thing yet?
It doesn't
Yeah,
look like it'll burn well. It's wood and metal. And if you don't
Exactly.
expect it to, if you don't expect anything to happen by fixing this or destroying this, maybe we should just sit down and die.
Rolo,
I will
yeah,
pass
good
on
with
that.
tinkering.
That's what I was suggesting. That's a really good idea, Azza.
That's what it sounds like you said.
And fucking Salam just scoffs and shakes his head and mutters under his breath, "Fucking moron."
Good to see. Salam is still Salam. I'm not much for tinkering. I mean, I can tinker a doorknob, the mechanics behind that, but I can't promise I'm not gonna fucking blow this thing up if I stick my tools into it.
Well, they're planning on destroying it already, which is irreversible, I'll add.
Yeah, and did you say that it looks like it's wood, so it looks like it wouldn't burn well? Because I don't know if you're aware, but wood actually burns quite well.
Wood can burn, but it's also metal. It's not straw. It's not paper. You actually need to start a fire to get wood to burn. You know,
Well, both
like
of you, I
kindling-
say
And
enough.
that would be difficult how?
I would like to have no fires within the premises, please.
That's why.
Oh,
Listen.
yeah, okay. Yeah, use that as a cop-out. Good.
Let's focus on the task at hand, please, gentlemen. We don't know what can happen next. There are people here. There's a child here. We need to make sure that we find a solution. Now, if we can't fix the damn thing, or if we are, and that still doesn't solve our problem, then the only other option is to find a way to destroy this or get rid of whatever magical sense is in here.
Okay. So, as you are kind of talking, bickering amongst yourselves, so you're all talking together over whatever. So as you do this, the tune continues to tug at each of your minds until it overpowers the very words you're saying in the conversation, and it wills you to intone its sequence of notes. The notes take on the shapes of words, and you're certain you have never heard these before, but somehow they are familiar to you as lyrics. And I will post the lyrics here for you. So, see a mother scything wheat, forgotten husband sleeping near. With one swing she took his feet, with another took his ear. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshine. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshine. See a dog that knows how to heal, never heeds plea nor command. Mother gave it a tasty meal, dog chose instead to eat her hand. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshine. Causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshine. See a son doing his chores, washing clothes for folk in town, fell into a river's roar, sank to the bottom and drowned. Does the shadow have a name? Shemshine. Does grief causes grief, avoids the blame. Shemshine. So you all kind of
There's no words about the fourth picture.
Yeah, at the end of the third chorus, you kind of stutter and blink, and then you kind of just start the song again. And yeah, you all kind of start singing this song together again. You've never heard this before, but you find it familiar to you as if it were lyrics to your favorite jam. And as you kind of sing this, you become aware that the song is not only in your head, but coming from somewhere nearby. A deep and melodic voice is singing the words along with you. Let me just double check where that's coming from.
Preferably not behind Kane.
No promises.
Please be behind Kane.
Pretty sure it's there. Okay, so yeah, you kind of hear it coming from within the room above you up here.
Let's go upstairs. Oh, I can't say that.
Yeah, you need to actively concentrate to stop singing this song.
Kane would just like slam his fist
Shimmy
by the
shine.
book and then point that way.
Yeah.
Causes grief avoids the blame. Shimmy shine.
Yeah, so there's another voice you haven't heard before, and it's coming from up here. Through this door.
Salam would just start making his way up there.
Okay. Where's Azza, where are you going? Where's Azza going?
He said up there. Up.
Yeah, not up as in vertically up.
And then he made a ping on the map
Yeah.
of where he was talking.
Up here, yeah.
I didn't see a ping.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I had to zoom out myself. I was like, oh wait,
Yeah.
is it in a different room?
Yeah, if you zoomed in, you probably would have missed it. So yeah, you kind
I'll
of
let
go in.
Azza go first.
Alright, you kind of head on in there. You look around and you find the singing coming from behind the door over here.
I'll grab the book and take it with me that Kane had left on the table.
Yeah? Do you just hold it or do you stick it in your satchel or whatever?
I'll have it in one hand.
Okay. Yeah, kind of just tuck it under your arm and follow. Varnia will stay
I'm
with
gonna-
Epta.
I'm gonna yell out to Varnier, do you have a key for this room in here?
No, I do not. The Crinkle has that one. I can go get it if someone looks after Ebda.
I'll point to where I think Crinkle is, and I'll pull up my copper wire, I'll cast message, and I'll just say Shem Shine, because that's all I can say.
You hear this
You can
like
Shem Shine to this message.
yeah, so you just hear this like screeching, just screaming, Shem Shine, Shem Shine, Shem Shine. Yeah, so the lyrics are just said back to you in some screechy, panicked voice.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I'll try and get Az's attention, and I'll
Did you give
mimic
Varnia?
the boot.
Does Varnia go get the key for you, or?
Can we like convey that message to her?
Yeah,
If you
she's
actively concentrate to stop singing, yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll nod at her and I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay, so she will disappear downstairs for a couple of minutes, and then she'll come back up and kind of press a key into your hand and go back to Ebda. And she's struggling, but eventually she breaks and starts singing the song.
I'll throw the keys up to Az.
I'll catch him.
Yeah, I won't have you roll to catch.
You want to open the door, Salam? You are right there. Whatever, I'll go right here.
Can I hold a firebolt for if I see something in there, like a creature? Just let it
Yeah,
come?
you can prep an action. So if you see a creature, if you see anything, like what? Specify, please.
If it looks like one of the creatures we fought before.
The shadow, so you're looking out for a
Yeah.
shadow. Okay. Anyone else prepping an action?
I think I
Yeah,
can really prep an action and open the door at the same time. So
Yeah, that's
I'll hold my dagger in one hand and the book in the other.
okay.
I'll keep the keys and I'll go unlock the door. I'll give Salam a look like.
You
I guess I
asked if I would unlock the door. I said yes, and now you're keeping the keys?
I didn't hear you.
I
say
didn't hear
yes.
you respond
Oh.
yes to it either.
He talked over me. I was trying to, but
Yeah, sure.
All
I
right.
literally said yes right after
So,
you. And then
who's
you were
unlocking
you
the
kept
door?
talking.
I didn't hear you. Sound like you're muted.
Let's go
Here,
for
you can have the
Salam.
key.
I haven't
Salam.
been muted this whole time.
Salam is unlocking
Jesus
the door.
Christ.
Well,
I'm,
I don't know what the problem was then.
I'm putting my foot down. DM foot on the floor. Salam's unlocking the door. Hey, that rhymed. So yeah, Azza, are you gonna have an action prepared?
If something comes flying out the door once it's unlocked, I will swing at it. No, I'll grab it.
Okay. Alright, so Salam, you put the key in the door, well, in the padlock, and it clicks open, and the door is now unlocked for you to open. Okay, looking in here, this small room is awash with the glow of 1,000 fireflies. The luminescent insects flit around inside more than a dozen glass terrariums that fill shelves along the wall. A steady plinking noise results from their bouncing off the glass. Shallow wooden boxes are packed on the lowest shelves. You cannot see the source of this singing, but it appears to be coming from beneath the floorboards. The lowest shelf on the east wall, underneath the floorboards there. So just east of...
Rolo, I think you were right. It's under the floorboards.
It always comes back to the floorboards. Yeah, fuck, are we killing the floorboards here too?
I guess. You still have the crowbar, so...
I actually left it downstairs in the bedroom.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why?
Why would I carry it with me?
I don't know. Normally when somebody gives me something, I don't just leave it places. I normally give it back to them or carry it with me.
I do remember
Apologize
he
for not
kind of
being
left
used
it.
so low.
He did leave it in there.
Yeah, I placed it gently on the bed.
You did. You could go get it, or you could use something else.
Yeah, I'll go retrieve it while everyone's here.
Okay, everyone stands in kind of like nervous singing silence. Yeah, and Rolo disappears for a few minutes and then kind of comes back panting, as you know, it's probably pretty hard to run down some stairs while singing.
I'll toss the crowbar up to Azza again.
I'll do the crowbarring. I think I'm still probably the strongest, although I have been drained.
Not even close. But go ahead.
So yeah, Azza, roll strength to kind of pry that open.
Can I get this? Can I get disadvantage from the crowbar? Can I get advantage from the crowbar?
Just roll strength. Sure, give you advantage for this. Doesn't mean I'm gonna give you advantage in other things. Yeah, 15. Yeah, that's good. So you kind of pry at the floorboards, and they come off relatively easy. And yeah, you find a kind of little cubby with a heavy stone kind of covering what looks to be a hole, and the singing is even louder now.
I'll explore the cubby.
Yeah, there's the stone covering a hole, and the singing seems to be coming from
first.
underneath. Alright, so you kind of grasp hold of the stone and kind of heave it up. Yeah, and as you kind of move it out, a skull kind of just zooms up into the air and is singing the song on repeat.
Oh no. I'm in danger.
Yeah, it just seems to be floating there, singing the song over and over again.
And the inflection of "oh fuck, Shabby Shine."
So it's not what the token is displaying. Yes, but it seems it's the only skull I had. But yeah, so it's just a floating skull singing the song on loop.
So it's just a regular skull. It has
Yeah.
no flames or anything.
It does not have flames or glowing eyes.
Does it look like a human skull? Like what?
It's a human skull, I believe. Let's see. You'd have to investigate it and look it over to confirm, but it looks to be human. And it just continues to sing its song over and over again. And you all join in on that song. Okay.
Oh no, a D6. What are you rolling?
Oh, you saw that
do
one.
Should I do a dance number while I'm at it?
I've already had that one. I'll have a different one. Okay, as you sing this song together, let's see. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Those rolls aren't private.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so let's have Azza,
Me?
Kane,
What do numbers
and
mean, Mason?
Varnier. Azza, Kane, and Varnier will do a roll for me. Can you make a wisdom saving throw?
I can't use my dark patron's gift for this, right?
I don't know, what's your Dark Patron's gift?
Or the one where we give each other advantage and stuff like that. Can we use that on ourselves?
Oh,
Not on ourselves, no.
no.
Oh, never mind.
And-
Here comes a wisdom save.
Yeah, I think. Oh, the patron. That would probably. You'd have to say something, and this is kind of like a surprise to you. Okay, 12. I need to do Varnier as well. Wisdom saving throw.
Oof.
Oof, that is not good. Okay, so Azza, you're fine. Okay, so let's do Kane first.
Varnier's just gonna kill us all because she's like a 13th level spellcaster or something.
Okay, so Kane, you take 4 psychic damage, and you must make a attack against one creature of your choice as a reaction, as this psychic attack kind of screws with your perception and you begin to see enemies around you. You lash out against one of them for your choose who basically choose who you will attack.
Does it specify weapon attack or can it be a spell? Like what kind of attack?
It's just an attack as a reaction.
So I'd probably do a cantrip, and it's any creature, right? So I'm gonna roll a 1d4 to decide, and we'll go from left to right. So 1 Rolo, 2 Salam, 3 Azza, 4 the skull.
Yeah.
Azza.
Okay.
So I'm gonna throw a firebolt at him.
Okay. Alright, so you startle and cast a bolt as you kind of clutch your head in pain. 13, I believe that doesn't hit.
Misses.
Okay, so let's now... Ooh. Okay, 6. So you hear a cry coming from the central room over there, and you see Varnier, Kane and Rolo. You kind of look down and you see Varnier go wild-eyed and cry out and say, "Get back, demon! Do not come near me!" And she brandishes her rapier and attacks Ebda.
Oh shit.
Since he's paralyzed, that automatically hits, right?
No, it's
No,
just
it's
advantage on the
advantage.
attack.
Oh, okay.
And if it
But
hits,
it's a
then it's
auto
a
crit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's probably a hit.
She kills him.
This is gonna be
Yeah.
the little girl
So
superhero
Vanya
origin
kind of just
story.
like freaks out and she just plunges her rapier straight into Ebda's chest, and he kind of coughs and splutters while singing, and she kind of continues singing while coughing up blood. Vanya kind of like looks down, and you see a look of terror kind of wash over her face, and she just runs screaming.
I wish to destroy this thing. Locks.
Yeah.
Same here.
Are we rolling for initiative now?
I was just waiting for a chance to do something so I can fucking destroy the fuck out of this thing.
So crit would be double.
Yeah, double the damage dice, so it'll be
9.
9.
Yeah.
I was just gonna re-roll the D8 on there. Okay.
Oh my god! That's dead.
So he kind of coughs, continue to sing the song, but eventually it kind of starts to fade until the singing stops.
Oh, the little girl's got her superhero origin story now.
I mean, you guys aren't in like combat or anything, so yeah. And like all
How
of
much
that.
longer is this gonna take? I just looked at the time and realized.
Yeah,
how late it
we're
was.
gonna wrap things up. So if you want to do something
Okay.
with the skull, we can. But yeah, all of that kind of psychic attack the allies thing happens at once. So you see Kane attack or try and attack Azza. Kane and Rolo see what happens with Ebda. You two in there would have just heard something, and the skull continues to sing.
Oh, I volunteer to let Salam make his attempt to destroy the thing first.
Yeah, someone have at it.
I mean, if Azza is going to attack it, you're closer than me, so it makes sense for you to attack first. Like, I don't think
Alright.
you'd be in the back of your head going, let Salam do it first. Like, that just doesn't make sense.
No, it wasn't in character. But if you insist, then I will.
Yeah,
So-
roll to hit it. It's just a floating little skull. Okay, yeah, you swing at the skull with your silver greatsword. You hit it, and you cleave it straight in half, and the two pieces clatter to the floor, and it stops its singing.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah, so you guys are still singing, the skull has stopped. And you kind of peer down into the hole, and you see what looks to be the remains of something humanoid. Just like a pile of bones.
Someone was murdered here and buried underneath the floorboards. That's where the curse came from.
But what would that have to do with the book? I don't understand. That doesn't make sense.
I don't either. Maybe it was the book's author. Just a wild guess.
I don't know. Something about this just doesn't add up to me.
No, there's still a lot missing.
Um,
I'm acting relieved. The song kind of is over. Has the curse ended?
no, you're
Oh,
still
God.
singing. So if you
No.
look over the
Oh, we're
bones,
still singing?
yeah, everyone's still singing. If you look over the bones, you find it probably can work out that there's two humanoid bones. There's the skull that you cleaved in half, and then there's another skull in there with a hole in the back of its head.
Never mind, I was wrong. It's not a whole skeleton.
Yeah, so two skeletons. One of the skulls cleaved in half, one of them with a hole in the back of it.
I take out the skull with the hole in its head and raise it up. I mean, it's lifeless, right?
Yep.
inanimate.
Mm-hmm.
So I hold up for Salam to see because I don't know what the heads or tails to make of it. It's probably part of the curse, but it's not acting like the other one.
How did we get rid of the other curse? We just destroyed the shrine thing. I guess that was different. It was like a totem and shit.
Yeah, it was the two married hands that were holding each other,
Yeah.
separated them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it sort of like, I don't know, like tongue or something like that in either of these skulls, or are they just
No.
like regular skulls?
Bare regular skulls. Yeah. So, if there's anything you want to quickly do before we finish, yeah.
I guess I would just inspect the hole in the skull. Does it look like it was done? How do I say, like carefully and like, it's like a perfect circle, or is it like something pierced it and
It looks
shattered
like
it?
something pierced it.
So it's like rough edges and stuff.
Yeah, like something punctured it.
How big is the hole?
Probably big enough to fit some blade in.
So like it's quarter size, like not very big.
Yeah, it's not really much of a circular hole. Like, looks like it was maybe
Gotcha.
made by a blade of sorts.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Literally no idea.
I could break it.
I need a week to think about this.
Yeah.
I could not break it.
I mean, you could break it. It didn't really work on the first skull, so I don't know. I'm at a loss. I thought that killing the singing skull would stop this whole nonsense.
Did anyone get hit in the head in the book?
I don't think so. Oh, maybe we need to grind up the bones like in a mill?
I don't know. We have a mill handy. We can't get out of here, can we?
But,
like
I
that
mean,
idea.
we could grind them anyway.
I like the idea.
Probably a mortar and pestle in your herbalism kit, maybe.
Yeah, I would.
That'd take a long time, though, to grind
If I
up a
could
whole ass
cast-
person.
Maximilian's earthen grasp to form the hand to just crush them.
Yeah, there we go. Done. Do that.
I mean,
But it's
yeah.
a concentration spell.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
fuck.
I mean, it'll at least work for the casting of the spell to like crush them initially. I feel like.
I'm not sure about that one.
Because you can still cast a spell, so it would last for 6 seconds at least before concentration would kick in.
Okay. I mean, you can use it as like a single like smash attack then, yeah?
Yeah.
Or I mean, I could just try to mace all of them. I mean, that would kind of grind things down. I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to
A
try smashing
a
up the
spiritual
bones.
weapon and mace just going back and forth.
Yeah, well, like a little conveyor belt thing.
Yeah, if you want to try smashing the bones, we can do that now, or we can wrap up and try that next week at the start of the session.
That's up to you guys. I don't care. We can end here. Or we can try this. It's up to you guys. I'm fine either way.
I'm fine with either.
All right. Yeah. Maybe we'll leave it until next week then.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for playing, guys. Thanks to those who were watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. Drop a follow if you did. We've got a Discord down below if you want to stay high and post your own wild theories as to what's going on here. Yeah.
I was really expecting some like boss shadow monster to pop out after he crushed the skull.
Maybe. I don't know. Things are still going on with the song, so who knows. But yeah, thanks for playing, guys. Any shout outs?
Hey, just an apologies to you all in chat for being late. That was sucky of me. I regret that. I apologize.
Oh,
Shit happens.
Happens.
It's
Yeah.
all good.
No worries.
Yeah, misguided_misfits on Twitch. Playing a lot of Dying Light 2. We're gonna play some Lost Ark later.
Nice. How's that going? Is it definitely worth picking up?
Man, listen, there's parts of that game where I'm like physically sweating because I'm like climbing on little ledges, I'm looking down, my anxiety is at an all-time high, zombies are behind me. The audio in that game is great. It's like things are always right behind you when they're not.
Nice.
Are you
Sounds
playing
pretty
it on
good.
PC or what?
I'm playing on PC, but I use a controller because it's the only game that I'm just complete butt with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll probably get it at some point.
How much was it? Like $70?
Oof.
65 with taxes and everything.
Oof.
$65. What's that in?
Yeah, I'll wait for Elden Ring. That's my game budget this month.
Yeah, I've pre-purchased Elden Ring, but I'll definitely get Dying Light 2 at some point for sure. I'm definitely interested in that.
I thought Lost Ark was free to play. I thought it was just $60 to play like the early release or whatever.
Yeah, it's you could pay $15 for Lost Ark, or you could wait till the 11th to play for free.
No.
But Dying Light 2 you have to pay for.
Yeah, Dying
Oh,
Light
okay.
2, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, not the art game.
Ah,
whatever that
gotcha,
is.
gotcha.
Okay. How's you're streaming your D&D Swizz, aren't you now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be on. It'll actually be this Saturday. We play pretty late, so it doesn't start until like 10 p.m. Eastern time, and we play for like 3 to 5 hours, just depending on what's going on. But it should be a pretty interesting session. We're gonna wrap up the current arc that we're on, and then probably end up in a new domain in Ravenloft to end the session, or at least, get there partway through and then maybe do some stuff there. So it should be pretty interesting.
Sounds good, yeah. I know there's a lot of different domains, and I think you're able to make your own. There's plenty of rules for that, so that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Exciting
I'm doing
stuff.
one of the domains that's already made, but pretty much everything in it I've homebrewed. So
Nice. Very cool. Excellent. Anything else from anyone else?
Thanks for DMing.
Yeah, no
yeah,
worries.
thanks for DMing.
Yeah. I'm having it's an interesting one, this. Yeah, but yeah,
I
it's
think
a bit...
Salam is the crankiest, saltiest character I've ever played. Normally I play like goody two shoes, nice guys.
Yeah. It's pretty tough on spellcasters here with the concentration thing.
Oh, I know, it sucks.
Yeah, but them's the rules for this case. But yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for playing, you're all great, and I'll see you next time. Take care, stay safe, bye bye.
Bye.
Later.